Hello, everybody. Cindy from sunny South Florida. So good to see you. Mustang, good to see you too. And Lorianne, it's good to see you. I'm going to drop the link while the intro is playing because Mustang, you are in the vertical live. I will fix that in just a second. Today, we are going to start going over the district attorney interview with Fabian Gonzalez. So this is going to be his account of what happened that night. And I haven't listened. I've listened to half of the first one, and I heard a part in the second one where the district attorney says, "You've literally been lying to us this whole time." So, as you may know or not know, I think Fabian Gonzalez didn't have anything to do with Victoria Martin's homicide other than being there. I think it was done by Jessica Kelly. But this new interview has raised several questions. I also got a comment from somebody that said they grew up with him or in the same neighborhood. They had some pretty interesting things to say. And we're also going to talk about his tattoos. We're going to look up the meaning, see if we can figure it out. I've saved a couple of pictures that we can zoom in on and talk about that too. Rosie, good to see you. So with that, I'm going to play my intro. I'm going to play the most important part of the whole entire live stream, which is the missing children's video and my little disclaimer. I will be back in just a minute. Thank you for being here, and I'm really excited about going over this with you guys to see what your thoughts, opinions, and speculations are. Oh, yeah.
Click in, take a seat, facts first, then we speak. From breaking buzz to a cold 5 deep, we think, we keep receiving. Welcome to allegedly speculating, where the headlines meet the waiting. Okay, you take, we're investigating. Talking out smart, we're allegedly speculating. Ready to drop, bring your brain, big stories. Smaller names, ask why, ask how. Pull the threads, let the truth shine through. Welcome to allegedly speculated, where the torch and let's meet the waiting. Okay, so take, we're investigating. Talking out smart, we're allegedly speculated.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free. That is right. It is free to like. So please hit that thumbs up.
Come on, players. Stop hating. Stop hating. Start participating. Start participating, Star. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Over to that thumbs up. I need to stop it. It's so good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. It's today's Maddie's birthday. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize that. You know what we need to do right now? Kimmy, thank you for letting me know. We're going to play the Happy Birthday in Heaven video that we did for her last year. I will find it in just a second. Content Angel, good to see you. Mustang, good to see you. You missed the theme song? I need feedback like that. If a lot of people are missing the original song, I will pay for it once we get everything caught back up. But y'all got to let me know, like, I don't like this song because it's too upbeat. I don't like this song. I just want the original. Just let me know. Like, I need feedback. Yes. Happy heavenly birthday to Maddie. Rosie, good to see you. Southern Cats said the same thing. Happy heavenly birthday to Maddie. Thank you, Southern Cats. Cara Bubara, good to see you. You love the old theme song. You would have bought the CD. Well, it's on Epidemic Sound. It's by Mike Stringer, and it's called Pull Me Out. And like, I think you can go to Epidemic Sound and listen to it for free. I think you just have to like pay for it if you're using it in your content, but you can probably listen to it for free on Epidemic Sound. And I'll put that in the description. Yes, Edith, good to see you. Happy birthday, Maddie. You like the original. Yeah, it costs money. Now I did have like 3 channels on my Epidemic Sound. But it was like $50 a month. So I couldn't pay it and it got cut off basically. I can try to take off the other YouTube channels because I'm kind of combining my Happy Melancholist into this one anyway. So I'm going to work on that. You like it, not as much as the original. Okay, so I need to get the original back. Content said, happy birthday, Maddie. You were loved. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And I wish she'd have known that in life. I think she did. Hannah, good to see you, love. I think she did know that. I just wish it had been a better life. Lillian Cheesecake. Lillian Cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Good to see you. Sam Brown, good to see you. You like the new intro, said Edith. Okay. Okay. Cara, good to see you. Just want to make sure I said hey to everybody. Hey, Forrest. Good to see you, honey. I'm so glad you're here. How is oh my goodness. Hold on. How is True Crime Sleuth Investigates, I think is what it is. She's a really good channel. By the way, while I'm over here, let me pull this up while we get Maddie's heavenly birthday song and listen to that. I rap 21, don't remember you. You don't remember me? I don't remember you either, sweetheart. I'm sorry, but it's nice to meet you again. If you guys have not subscribed to Duchess, please do so. I just wanted to share with y'all. She's been going over a case. I would love to cover what she's done with you guys. The Scott Spivey case. She's been going to court, and they finally got a win in a very corrupt area. Here you can see day 1 court session all the way through the Spivey versus Boyd case. Definitely check her out. She's another one of those that should be bigger than they are, I think, because the content is great. Tom, good to see you, honey. I'm glad you're here. The other one I was talking about, I said I'm not going to drop links, but oh my goodness. Yeah, Salty Sleuth Investigates. That's where Forrest comes from, I do believe. And she does really good content too. I'm going to grab her link and share it for you guys. I don't think that I would have to, I know I wouldn't have to worry about her grifting or doing anything like that to the community. So I'll share her link too. Ruth Ann, good to see you. Salty's doing good. Forrest says Salty's doing good. We've been busy with the Guthrie case lately. That, yeah, Salty Sleuth would be a place I would go to get information on that case. I look like I should be reading tarot cards today. I have tarot cards. My Alice in Wonderland. And I've got some other ones too. I had to keep those. I'm not supposed to have them, but you know. Basil's doing good. I was trying to shoot a video actually this morning for you guys of him outside. He's doing really good. He's loving going outside very much. And it's weird because like in North Carolina, he would scratch me to death to keep from going outside. And here it's like he wants to go outside all the time. We got to find it. I know what the thumbnail looks like. It's going to be about 12 months ago. There it is. Madeline Soto's first Heavenly Birthday memorial video from 11 months ago. We're going to play it. This is in memory of Maddie. It's got a bunch of pictures that I found and some of the videos of her that there were. Bless her heart. I just get so upset thinking about the things that she went through and what she thought was normal. Gracious. I hope she's having a wonderful birthday up there in heaven, though. Carby Bar said, I want to bring attention to Paisley Brown. Let me write that down. Her mom needs to be arrested. Locals are already protesting and raising hell. Please check it out and show support. I will write that down. I've heard about a case. It's probably, there's two cases. One where like a 3-year-old was killed and then one where one's missing and the mom was sus as fuck. That's probably the one you're talking about. We'll look into it. I don't want to, we're going to look into that real quick too before we get basically started. 3. Yep. Okay. I know. Anders, good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tearjerker. All right. So this is for Maddie. Happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday to Maddie and Hetty. Heaven. Gracious. Pulls out your heartstrings, I tell you. Jen, it's good to see you. Anna, it's good to see you too. Lord have mercy. I always took issue with the guy's hand on Maddie's neck. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can go back and look and see, you know, maybe that wasn't so right, but gracious. Maybe it, you know, is upsetting now, but you know, at the time there was not really a way to know that. Orange, good to see you. Good to see you, honey. I know who's cutting the onions around here. Stop it. Gracious in the morning. Child. It's hard because you know that she suffered years and years and years of abuse. And her mama, regardless of whether you think she knew or not, needs to be held accountable for neglect or something. Because and she won't, because you have to prove that she knew that Madeline was going to be abused when she sent her up there to that room with that grown-ass man. Fucking sick bitch. Ugh. Me too, Tom. Me too. As a matter of fact, let me, I know it's Sunday. Lord forgive me, but here we go.
Fuck y'all! God damn! God damn! God damn!
It makes me feel like somebody's punching him for me. Lord have mercy. I wanted to share this with you guys. I remember when this happened. Lord, it's showing my age. But it says a Rockingham County woman reported in 2001 found alive 24 years later. So I wanted to play this clip for y'all for us to discuss. And I'm going to look up these two names y'all gave me in chat and see what the deal is with that. And we'll get started on the in the district attorney's interview with Fabian Gonzalez.
After more than 2 decades of searching and hoping for answers, a woman named Michelle Hundley Smith has been found alive. The 38-year-old was reported missing back on December 31st of 2001, according to the Rocky.
So we finally got some good news, right? Like when we get on these cases and we get good news, I want to make sure to put that in the forefront. Cindy from sunny South Florida says she should be in prison for real, for real. She absolutely should. 100%.
County Sheriff's Office. Smith's husband told the deputies that she had left their home in Eden on December 9th of 2001 to go to a Kmart in Martinsville to shop for Christmas presents, but never returned. This is a late version of the Fox 8 10 o'clock news. I'm Michael Hennessy.
I'm Katie Nordine. Any leads into her disappearance had gone cold. That is until yesterday. The sheriff's office says they received new information and immediately followed up on it, leading them to finding Smith. The sheriff's office says she is alive and well and at an undisclosed location in North Carolina. They say she left on her own accord. At her request, her current whereabouts will remain undisclosed. Her family has been notified that she has been located. The Rockingham County Sheriff's Office tells us she will not face charges. A representative for her family did release a statement to Fox 8 thanking everyone who supported and continues to support her daughter.
So that's interesting. I wonder why she left and just doesn't want to be found. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes people do that. They'll start new lives and everything. Forrest, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Thank you for the continued support. That is amazing. Let me get you an amazing for that. Thank you for sharing that milestone with us. I love when y'all share milestones and it shows like all the months y'all been hanging out every year. It just touches my heart. It really does. Thank you so much for the support.
Amazing.
Basil said, that's amazing. Forrest said, subscribe, hit like, share, comment, chat. It helps and it's all free to do. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much, Forrest, for saying that. Absolutely it does.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
100% agree. Thank you so much. It does happen, doesn't it? You thought it was Nancy Guthrie again. There's a lot going on in that case. I haven't been following it like a lot of people have. All right, let's look up Paisley Brown. Paisley Brown. All right, let's pull this up. We'll find out about it together. Citra, House of Horror. 3-year-old dies from child abuse. Paisley Brown, 2 days ago. 3 died from child abuse. Marion County deputy. Oh my God. Yep, I remember seeing that that mugshot. Yep. Somebody had sent this to me and I'd seen that mugshot. It might be in my email or something. So it says Citra House of Horror, 3-year-old dies from child abuse. Marion County deputies arrest suspect. Yeah, I was going to try to pull some on this, get some information on this because I believe it's out of Florida.
She was silly. She was a silly girl, and she had a bright smile, a beautiful laugh. And he's an evil, evil person, and he needs to pay. And anybody else involved in this.
You sent me an email on this. Thank you. Hey, Lines for Life. Good to see you.
In Citra yesterday, Marion County Sheriff's deputies arrested a man for aggravated child abuse. A family member of 3-year-old Paisley Brown says she wants anyone involved to be held accountable. TV20's Kayla Lewis tells us how long it took before anyone called 911.
Oh my God. This is not good. Yes, I remembered somebody had sent it to me. Lions for Life said, hey, I caught your video last night. I'm hooked. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here and it's nice to meet you. I'm glad you liked the video. Hey, Lala. And somebody said, hey, Glowy. Who's Glowy? Where's Glowy? Did I get my bunny? No, I haven't. I want to so bad. I don't see Glowy. Lala, good afternoon. Yeah, we're talking about a few things before we get into everything. You're watching from Australia. I want to go to Australia. I want to see a kangaroo. I want to see a little baby in the kangaroo pouch, and I want it to just jump by me. I don't want to actually have to box the kangaroo. I don't want to see those big, huge spiders that are out there, though. I'm good on that. Gainesville is in Florida. Marion County's in Florida, I believe. Abelis, my love, good to see you. Yeah, for sure. Lines for Life. You are in the vertical, by the way. If you want to come where everybody else is at, you can click that link. Just so you know. But you're good over there too, sweetheart. It's nice to meet you.
They just were looking at her, and I immediately performed CPR on her. And she had been dead for a while.
Oh my God.
And I knew that there was nothing I could do to bring her back. She was already gone.
Tabitha Harless is grieving the loss of her 3-year-old niece, Paisley Brown, who she describes as an energetic and joyful little girl.
She was laying
Here's Florida
at the feet of the man that took her life.
Marion County Sheriff's deputies arrested 32-year-old Jerome Coombs on child.
Laying at his feet, deceased, just laying there. Oh no. 40 minutes? No. You're fucking no. 40 minutes later? Because you know, we got to make sure the baby's good and gone before we do anything to try to help you sick, twisted people.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
That's so messed up. What the fuck? Excuse me, I know it's Sunday. I'm trying to be good.
Child abuse charges in connection to her death. Additional charges are expected.
He was compliant, and his words to our detectives, very understated. He said, I went too far. I took it too far.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, this is more than just too far. This is the death of a small 3-year-old little girl.
Coombs tells deputies he picked Paisley up from her playpen and accidentally dropped her, but then he said he hit her 3 times in her chest.
This is a Citra House of Horror.
Harless says Coombs would tie the kids up with tape, rope, and even handcuffs at night.
Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what the, huh? He would tie the kids up with duct tape and rope at night, and nobody thought to call somebody and be like, hey, look, you need to check into this. What? Excuse me?
What the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck is going on? Look, let me be the first one to tell you while I look into my camera. If I hear or if I even hear about some shit like that going on, I'm calling some fucking body. I will. I am that motherfucker. I will be calling somebody to check on your children if they tell me they've been handcuffed and duct taped and tied up at night. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna stand in your motherfucking front yard and dare you to do something until the damn police get there. What the fuck is going on? Because the baby put her hand in her diaper. Are you fucking serious? Wow. Yeah, there is a special place in hell for him. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Southern Cats, for the super sticker. Let me grab my phone and see if I can see what it is. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll definitely be pulling some FOIAs and information on this. This is absolutely fucking not. I'm going to pull the body cam and see what we can get on this. Let's see. Absolutely fucking not. Oh, it's got a little heart. That's so cute. It's a little heart. Thank you so much for the super chat, Southern Cats. That was so very sweet and supportive of you, and I really appreciate it. Let me get you an amazing from Basil. I'll put my smell goods back. Amazing. Thank you so much, Southern Cats. I really, really appreciate the support. That's so super sweet of you.
Amazing.
That was amazing of you. Thank you so much. There was a protest yesterday to have mom arrested. She needs to be arrested. I mean, you mean to tell me there was abuse going on to where people knew that the kids were being tied up at night and the mom's not arrested? What in the hell? I'm going to grab that name from y'all. Abellis, by the way, happy belated birthday, and happy belated birthday to Hannah's Nan in heaven. Abellis, I did make a post for you with some happy birthday images, but Hio made the best post for you. I loved that post that Hio made for your birthday. Ugh. I thought that was so cool. It is sad to see her toys. And I'm assuming there's other kids out there because it looks like these are little boy toys.
5 kids
Christ.
ranging in age from 1 to 9 lived inside this trailer home.
5 kids ranging in age from 9 to 1. So they're going to have exactly what they need when those kids are forensically interviewed. They're going to have exactly what they need to put these people exactly where they need to be. But why isn't mom arrested? That's not, They need to get them forensic interviews done and get her in jail on charges. Absolutely. That shit should have been happened yesterday.
Family members say Coombs is Paisley's mother's boyfriend.
Did she know? And
Hey, Andy.
was she aware of this? These are things that will, I believe, pan out in this investigation. We will have answers to those questions because for us, I think as deputies, it's a case for sure that that just piques our interest. But more these deputies as fathers and mothers, it's something that we have to have answers to, just for our own sake, if nothing else.
The mother was out running errands when she received a call from Coombs letting her know Paisley was unresponsive. A 911 call was not made for 40 minutes.
And as a father...
Oh, no.
40 minutes. Paisley was unresponsive. A 911...
Look at that baby. So the mother was called and alerted to the fact that the baby was unresponsive, and nobody called anybody for 40 fucking minutes? No. Nope. Yep. Lines for life. She is just as culpable. Andy, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thank you for the continued support. That is amazing. You are such a sweetheart, and I really value your membership and you being over here very much. I really do. I value you all so very much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing that milestone. Thank you for the 6 months of amazing support. And let me get you an amazing. Because that is so amazing of you. And look, Indy said, hello, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. That was super amazing of you as well. Thank you. Thank you. I'll show y'all. We'll have another laugh real quick. Let's laugh at this guy. I saw him do another commercial. We'll have a laugh at this guy real quick.
So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband.
We need to hide our kids, hide our wives, and hide our husbands. Okay? Okay. She does. She does. Thank you so much, Indy. You're so sweet. That was awesome of you. How the fuck do you get a phone call that your child is unresponsive and 911 is not called for 40 minutes? Like, I'll be damned if I got a phone call that one of my children, any of my bonus children, all of them, any of them is unresponsive. I'm going to be hightailing it to the house, probably going about 100 while I'm on the phone with 911 and dare the cops to follow me. Because when they see me speeding and get behind me with the lights on, I'll be like, y'all coming with me. Y'all gonna have to get me at the house because we need as many hands on deck as we can get. 40 minutes, there's no excuse. Absolutely not. Like, what? Did you spend that 40 minutes saying, how are we going to explain the fact that she's deceased because of abuse? What are we going to tell everybody? What lie are we going to make up? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Abraham, good to see you. And thank you for being here. Somebody else came in. Yes, Miss King of Anything. Miss King of Anything. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Cindy said, call me and tell me the neighbor's dog is unresponsive. I'm calling facts.
Boom, 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 bam.
Right. Exactly. Hey, Curious Christine. Thank you so much for the super chat. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. And it's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the support. That was amazing of you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. So awesome. Thank you.
One call was not made for 40 minutes.
And as a father, I have less understanding as to
Oh
why,
my God.
if you're told your child is unresponsive, is all she's been told, it took 40 minutes to call 911. I don't have an answer for that.
Exactly. How the fuck are you told your baby is unresponsive and you wait to call 911? But that's a sheriff's deputy saying that, yet she hasn't been arrested. Can somebody please make that make sense for me? Oh my goodness. Y'all are just being so sweet today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cindy from sunny South Florida, I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. I feel like I need more than the amazings.
Amazing.
That was super sweet and supportive of you. Thank you so much. Cindy from sunny South Florida just gifted 5 Speculation Station memberships. And now Maureen Walsh, the Teresa Kennedy, Jill Corby, Jean Luntz, and Real Lunch Lady are all members. And I will grab the crazy train to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you for giving the gift of early release videos to 5 people. That was so cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cindy. Let me grab the crazy train and pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. You guys are being amazing today, and thank you for that. That was so very sweet and generous of you guys, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you for hanging out with me today, too. Bella said I missed her. Thank you, so I'm going to go back and get that. Not the father, was mom's boyfriend for 2 months. What the? What? Stop it.
What in the fuck knuckles is this?
In the fuck knuckle. Lordy have mercy. Lions for Life has been a member for a month. So you've been here. Okay. Thank you for a month of membership. Thank you for the continued support. You are amazing. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. She says, loving this channel and community. Thank you. Well, thank you for being a part of it because all of you together make it great. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
An amazing from Basil and a $2.99 super chat. Thank you, Lions. That was so very sweet of you. It didn't. Okay, there. No, I'm on the vertical app. Hold on. I want to see what it is. Hold on, y'all. Lions is in vertical. Look. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Hey, Scratch the Paint. Good to see you. They are investigating the mom. Okay, thank you. That's where I was going. The officers are saying that they don't understand why she didn't call 911. So why isn't she in jail yet? I'm going to go back and get all of Abellas's thank yous so you guys can see them. Thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are super amazing. And I really, really appreciate that. It helps out so very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Deputies say Paisley was found with traumatic injuries, including bruising on her chest.
Justice has to be served. I loved that baby with all my heart. I loved all those kids. and somebody needs to speak up for them.
Coombs is currently being held in the Marion County Jail on no bond, and family members tell us the kids are safe with a friend of the family. In Marion County, Kayla Lewis, TV 20 News.
And folks, let's take a look at that arrest report. Sheriff's deputies say the mother of the 3-year-old was out of the house running errands yesterday morning. She says she heard her daughter's voice in the background during a phone call with Jerome Coombs during a nail appointment. Coombs later told the mother the girl was unresponsive, and the mother says she saw the child pale and limp on FaceTime. She finished her nail appointment and then returned home 40 minutes later.
What? What the fuck? She saw the child was limp and unresponsive, so she finishes getting her motherfucking nails done? Oh, hell no. No, we need,
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
Yes, I heard that. What the fuck? So again, to reiterate, mother was out running errands yesterday morning. Heard daughter's voice during call with Jerome Coombs. I need to write that down for the information I want to request. Combs told the mother the girl was unresponsive. Mother returned home. Police have not been called. So she finishes her fucking nail appointment and then goes home, and the police have still not been called. Thank you so much, Hannah, for gifting 5 memberships. That was so very sweet and supportive of you, and I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Y'all are being so sweet. Thank you. With every fiber of my being, thank you so much. Thank you for giving the gift of more memberships to 5 more people. Those memberships went to Jacqueline Susan, Christina Reynolds, Lady Jane Sparkles, Undead Ramen, I like that name, Sister Craft. If you guys were gifted from Hannah or Cindy from sunny South Florida, please tell them thank you. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate that. That is amazing.
Amazing!
And I'm going to grab the crazy train to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that so very much. You guys are amazing. I don't know what is wrong with these people lying for life. I don't. Maybe y'all can group fund my bail. Yeah. I would put up a GoFundMe for your bail, Cara Bubara, if you go and knock that bitch out.
Claims she told Coombs to call the police, but he never did. Coombs said he was too scared to call 911. We have the full report for you to read on our website at WCJB.com.
So this bitch. No, let's not. This bitch gets a phone call that her baby is unresponsive. She can't be bothered to leave her fucking nail appointment. So your baby's unresponsive, and you're gonna like the apathy. Like, you just don't give a shit at all. If you're gonna finish your fucking nails, oh, my child's unresponsive and dying, and I'm gonna finish my fucking nails. I cannot. That is fucking diabolical. That is diabolical. Like, I just can't get over that. You fucking, my child's unresponsive, so I'm gonna finish my fucking nails? Jesus. I know, right? You can catch her in the frozen food section and shove a corn cob so far down her throat she can't fucking, it comes out her ass. That's what I would do. Yep, 100%. Straight to jail. Do not go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Everything. Yeah. Yeah. Priorities are all fucked up. All right. And Genesis Reed, we're going to look at that. So about this case, I've got the information. Jennifer Kendrick, Jerome Combs, Paisley Brown from Citra, Florida. We're definitely going to pull what we can on that and be discussing that case very soon. As soon as I can get some back on it. Let's look at this Genesis Reed. Yep. Oh, I remember this because Enterprise. I remember I was like, Enterprise, somebody's missing from the car agency, but no, that was not it. This article is from 4 days ago. Mother of missing Enterprise toddler charged with false reporting as search continues. So if she's charged with false reporting and they're still searching, that means they know that she's lying, I'm assuming, about the report that her child was missing. I do too. I hope that I hope you had a wonderful birthday, Abellis. Okay, hold on. Sorry. So let's see what they're saying.
The mother of a missing child from Alabama is now facing a false reporting charge and is being held without bond.
Yeah,
2-year-old
of
Genesis
course.
Reed was reported missing early Monday morning in Enterprise.
cute.
Her mother, Adrienne Reed, says she went to check on Genesis, but she wasn't in their home. Reed told investigators she found the door to the home open. As the investigation progressed, it turns out Genesis hasn't been seen in weeks. Reed will remain behind bars. Meanwhile, police are looking for a woman named Mariah in connection with the search. If you know anything about Mariah or Genesis' whereabouts, you're asked to call Enterprise Police.
So she's charged with false reporting. We've heard that before, where they call 911 and say, oh, the door was open and my child just wandered out the door. And then we find out it was all a lie. Cindy said, I bet that baby was gone before she left the house. Yeah, they're saying for like a week or a couple of weeks. It reads from Enterprise, Alabama. The mother of missing Enterprise 2-year-old girl has been arrested on a felony charge after investigators allege she made a false report about the child's disappearance. Genesis Reed was reported missing at 3:10 a.m. February 16th. Why did she? Okay, if Genesis has been missing for several weeks and we're calling to report her missing, why are we doing it at 3:10 in the morning? That's making me question substance use or why you're up. If she's already been missing, what made you call 2-3 weeks later at 3:10 in the morning? Why not like fucking 6 a.m. or 5 p.m. or something? I mean, you would think the stress of the child being missing for that long might be weighing on her. Maybe that's why she called at 3:10 in the morning, but that's crazy to me. Abellis, oh my holy in the morning, oh my holy Sunday, you have gifted 20 memberships. That's amazing. Thank you so very much.
Amazing.
Wow, that is insane. Thank you. Like, thank you so much. I need to get you something really, really special. I'm going to get you a what the helly because I think it's funny, but thank you so much, Abella.
What the helly? What the helly Yante? What the helly-o? What the helly Barry? What the hell?
Haley? Thank you so much, Abellis. I really appreciate that. Those memberships went to Lynn, Tennessee Mountain High, Blue Jay, Amanda Kylie, Mrs. O, Crystal Ann, Mama Bear, Sharon Belk, Elena Hyde, Fruit Cup Panic. What a name, Fruit Cup Panic. And it's got a little fruit cup beside it. Dragonfly Love, Nikki Tist, Susie Silly, Blue Amaryllis, Norma RN for 30 years, Mistake, the first I'm Free to Be Me, White and Nerdy, Lady KT, and Susie Akers. If you guys were gifted from Abellis, please tell Abellis thank you because that was so super amazing of her.
Amazing.
And I'm going to get the Polar Express for Abellis to pick you guys up on the way to Speculation Station. So this train goes a little bit slower, so it'll be a little bit smoother of a ride. Abellis is driving, and she takes very good care with the trains. Thank you so much, Abellis. I really appreciate you so very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Abraham said Abellis is always blessing us with her presence and memberships. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, welcome new members. Thank you so much. Hannah said, if you enjoy Just content after the stream, can you hype this video? It helps to get into the algorithm. Yes, it does. Thank you for that. I always try to hype when I have the points to hype a video that I'm watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What the hell, Yahtzee? Tom said, what the hell, Yahtzee? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I heard that you guys are, you and Hannah got some things going on, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but I hope that y'all are able to do that, because I think that would be so cool, and I want to see pictures. I'll show you. I'll talk to you about it later. Your phone won't offer hype. Usually it'll say at the bottom of a video that you can hype a video, but like you have to watch it afterwards. But it doesn't pop up on mine all the time either. So I don't know. I would ask YouTube, Curious Christine, about how to do that. It should be like if you scroll down when you're watching a video, you should be able to hype a video now. I don't know. Sometimes it lets me, like I said, sometimes it don't. We love you too, Abellis. Okay, so Genesis Reed was reported missing at 3:10 a.m. on February 16th when her mother, Adrienne Reed, so let's get that, Drienne, and this is Enterprise, Alabama. Okay. When her mother, Adrienne Reed, told police that the toddler had walked out the front door of their apartment on Apache Drive, according to the Enterprise Police Department. Apache Drive. An initial search of the area turned up no leads. As the investigation continued, detectives identified inconsistencies in the mother's account and became concerned that the report that Genesis left the apartment early Monday was false. Police said they do not have a confirmed date when Genesis was last seen, but have verified at least one sighting within the past 30 days. Their continued investigation, through their continued investigation, police developed enough probable cause to arrest Adrienne Reed on charges of making a false report to law enforcement alleging imminent danger, a Class C felony under Alabama law. Reed has not yet been granted bond as of 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Police say they plan to ask the judge to set a bond higher than the standard amount for a Class C felony, citing the status of the investigation and additional facts uncovered, though they declined to provide details. The FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, Coffee County Sheriff's Office, and multiple other agencies are assisting the ongoing investigation. Coffee County Sheriff's Office. The child's father, grandmother, and other relatives have been cooperative, officials said. Investigators also identified a woman named Mariah as a person of interest, though not a suspect. Police say they are seeking to speak with her and have asked anyone who knows her to come forward. However, police stressed that Mariah's name emerged from information provided by Adrienne and that detectives are working to verify details independently. So that means that it could be a false name, like we don't know. Abraham, what you got going on? Driving, so you can only, oh, you be careful driving. People out there are crazy. Boy, I get so damn mad. I've got bad road rage. I've never seen the hype. Thought it was a membership thing. I'm straight analog, y'all. I think I've been able to hype channels I'm not a membership of. It's like a little shooting star thing you'll see. Not if your YouTube account is a brand account. I cannot hype on this account, but can on the second account I made. Okay, so I didn't know that. If your account is a brand account, then you can't. Thank you for that information, Miss King. What is the heart for at the bottom right of chats? I tried hitting it, but it didn't show anything. That in a vertical chat, you can hit the light, like the heart. You can send hearts. It's interaction. Usually it'll pop up and pull up a menu where you can like send emojis to the people in chat, or to the creator showing support, or you can do laughing faces and things like that. Southern Cat said, curious, I hype from my phone. My computer died. Watch after the live where you comment. Scroll to the left and you can hype there. Thank you for that. Mariah is probably going to end up being the same thing as Zanny the Nanny. And I still think Zanny the Nanny and the, Lord, what is her name? In that case was Xanax. They're giving her pieces of a Xanax pill to put her to sleep because it's a nanny. Puts her to sleep. The Zanny. Yeah, exactly. A Zanny. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for helping out Curious Christine as well. Sending the red hearts up helps with the algorithm. Try it. Thank you, Forrest. Forrest's own it. Like, daggone it. Right? Okay. Officials also addressed what they described as misinformation circulating on social media, urging residents to rely on updates from the police department and to provide tips directly to investigators rather than posting speculation online. Now, let me just say, if you want to speculate about this case, we are free to do that here. That's what we do over here. But please do not call the police department with your speculations. Share them here. I would love to hear them, but everything else, don't call the police. It says, quote, opinions, rumors, and sensationalized posts do not help bring Genesis home, said Enterprise Police Chief Michael Moore. Quote, these individuals may be chasing attention and online validation, but their actions do nothing to advance the real mission, bringing Genesis home safely, and only risk distracting from the work that truly matters, unquote. Well said. Police said members of the public are not being asked to conduct independent searches, warning that untrained efforts could compromise potential evidence and affect any future prosecution. Quote, this is the beginning of a long investigation, and the agencies involved in our community will not rest until Genesis returns home, unquote, said Moore. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Enterprise Police Department at 334-347-2222. With information if you live in the area and you have information on that case. Casey Anthony, yes. Yep. Casey Anthony, that was it. Yep. Both of those cases just horrific and not good at all. That's just Paisley Brown situation's got me heated. We're definitely going to be talking about that. Fuck them people. I speculate there will be green baloney in the future of the mother. Facts. 100% facts. Okay, so we are now about an hour in. Going to go over this interview with the DA's office. Interviewing Fabian Gonzalez on a Castergard letter. Actually, no, I don't think Lorian's here, so I'll wait to do the tattoo discussions until he comes up. Before we get started, I want to share with you that I made a post this morning, and I said that we're going to be going over this today. I just wanted you guys to know that we were going to be live in about 3 hours. And then I got an email because my email was pulled up, and I was doing something in here, and it said that they removed my content. They removed my post because somebody, I'm assuming, reported the post because of this photo. I'm going to put it up right now. This photo is graphic. It shows blood on her face because she was hit in the head with an iron. But please, I mean, it upsets me because this case is horrific. This is one of the worst cases I've ever heard of in my entire life. And if we cannot look at photos and talk about it because it's got blood on it, what the fuck are we doing? Do you realize this girl had been sexually abused for a period of time? She died having HPV that was untreated. She was decapitated and set on fire. And somebody's worried about the blood on Michelle Martin's face after she got hit in the head with an iron. There was a box of KY jelly by her fucking bed. There was a camcorder and a USB drive in the vehicle. I can't with this. It really makes me upset. Brenda, good to see you. Hello. It's nice to meet you. So we're going to talk about this because it is graphic. It is sad. It is upsetting what humanity will do to people. This case is a bad case. It's horrific. Seeing the blood on Michelle Martin's face shouldn't make somebody report me when we're talking about what happened to this child on her 10th birthday, nonetheless. So I'm about to play the interview with the district attorney's office, and it is called a caster guard interview. Fabian Gonzalez had to sign a caster guard letter. To write a caster guard letter, you follow these steps. Oh, hold on. So this is telling us what a caster guard letter is, I guess. And it says use a template, clearly state event name, date, and time and location. Mention any specific, hold on a minute. Let's see. See if we get a better description. It says in New Mexico, caster guard letters may refer to letters of direction issued by managed care organization. These letters ensure that members receive necessary health care services. For example, the managed care letters of direction are provided by the New Mexico Health Care Authority to ensure that members receive the highest level of health and care and safety net services. Let's see. See if we get a different one. Says New Mexico Attorney General legal opinions and advisory letters by keyword or view. All right. Let's see what it says now. It said caster guard letter in reference to crime issued by the district attorney in New Mexico. Sounds like you're referring to caster guard or caster guard letter, but based on legal terminology in New Mexico, there isn't an official document by that name. You might be talking about a Castro guard letter or a character reference connected to a criminal case, possibly issued requested by the DA. In New Mexico, a letter from the DA in reference to a crime could be one of several things. The plea or diversion program offer. I think that's what this is. The DA may send a letter outlining terms for a plea deal or alternative sentencing program. I think that's what it is. Basically, the DA said, I want to know your side of the story, and for your side of the story, I will not charge you. I will take off some of these charges that he had originally been charged with, because we know that Fabian Gonzalez got 37.5 years for reckless child endangerment. Now, I imagine to begin with, he was charged with homicide, all of the things, SA, all of that. So more than likely what I think happened is there was this letter that was given to him and Michelle Martins and probably Jessica Kelly as well, to say, if you tell us what happened, we'll do this for you. Your basic plea agreement. Hey, Crystal, good to see you, love. Highlighted Nightbot. It's good to see you too. I'm going to skip probably the first part.
All right, today's date is Monday, October 23rd, 2017. Time is.
So this is almost a year later. They introduced themselves, okay?
Being read my Miranda right now. It's just standard procedure. You're definitely in custody, and I'm going to interrogate you.
And just for the record, Fabian, we just so the record's very clear. This is Tom Clark. We spent the last hour or so going over the castigar letter that's been executed by all parties. Do you have that?
I'm going to turn it down while they're talking. So as we're going over this, we are also going to talk about the photos.
8 numbered paragraphs on the second page. First page is 4 paragraphs, dated October 18th. It's addressed to me, signed by Miss Rose on the second page. And then on the third page, dated today's date, which is 10/23/17, Fabian Gonzalez. And then I signed below on my signature line.
Each of them would say, yep, they would.
To debrief.
Yeah, y'all
Mr.
please hit the
Gonzalez,
thumbs up. Thank you,
pursuant
Anna.
to the terms and paragraphs pursuant to the terms of the castigar letter that was just referenced and is made a part of this debriefing by reference.
I'm trying to fix
Fair
this.
enough. Yes. Okay.
Do you understand all that, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay. If you would, please, if you understand these rights, if you will sign here What you're signing for is you understand these rights, but you understand the agreement you have with the state at this point on this Castigar letter. Do you understand all that?
So the Castigar is that
it essentially it's going to override these. Okay, we can't use, if we don't come to an agreement with you, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, if we don't come to agree with you, I can't use what you're telling me today against you in court. I cannot use this statement.
And that's correct. That's the Fabian, that nothing you say today, if the state doesn't reach an agreement with you, if this falls apart, if they don't use your testimony, then everything you say today is covered by the Castigar letter.
Hey, Sarah.
And it can't be used against you, and we just start back from scratch.
I know, that's surprising, isn't it?
You understand
that? Do you want us to step out and have a moment with your attorney to discuss this? I don't want you to force you anything. If you're not comfortable, let us know, and you can talk to your attorney about this.
Kind of just seems like I don't want to be charged new counts with this and other things.
With new counts?
Yeah, like maybe like.
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
Just a second.
Yep. Okay. It is 8:45. We're going to go ahead and pause the recorders. Okay. It's the same people in the room, and we're back on the record. It's 8:48 a.m.
He is really
Rich,
dumb.
I'd ask that this advisement of rights be dated. Okay. If you don't mind, we'll put the date.
These are Jessica Kelly's shoes, and I think that's a sock. And it had, we saw a picture with hair in this. I believe it's Victoria Martin's hair that was in that shoe.
The advisement rights sheet has been executed. It's dated today's date, and again with the protection of the Castigar letter. Mr. Gonzalez asked to speak with me to clarify how this is affected by the Castigar letter. I explained it to him, and so he's ready to proceed.
Okay.
You know, I really feel like Fabian Gonzalez did not play as big of a role in Victoria Martin's death as Jessica Kelly did. I've always felt like he didn't know what was going on in that bathroom. He was with Michelle. He made tacos and all of that. And then they went to bed and were woken up by Jessica saying, "Do you believe in God?" and smacking her in the face, Michelle Martin's in the face with the iron, right? But after hearing this and seeing some of the crime scene photos, like the blood on the refrigerator and things like that, I'm starting to question things because it looks like some shit went down and they tell him that he is lying. So I want to know what really happened. Like, since I've gotten this new information that I haven't even been all the way through, I have more questions than I did to begin with.
And this is the last part, is the waiver where you actually have the date and time down here. So at this point, if you understand all your rights,
there always is a random unclaimed shoe.
Answer questions
always.
Now. This really doesn't apply because it's like you don't have an attorney with you. We have all that, but this is just a standard form. We don't really have a Castigar advice of rights form. It just doesn't exist. Okay. So if you sign here, so we're going to continue and willing to speak with me at this time.
If you would just redact it and strike the part, I do not want a lawyer at this time.
I'll take that out. Anything else you would like removed?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
That's fine. So go ahead and sign it there.
I want y'all to look at this wallet, y'all. This is Star Wars wallet. It's like a little kid's wallet. Like Mr. Speculating has a leather wallet.
Okay, what we're going to do is
like
we're going to talk for a little bit.
Cow on it.
We'll start
spear.
out like a lot of
This is a freaking child's wallet.
Just so we understand each other, is I expect you to tell me the complete truth. Not to add anything because you think that's what I am, what I want.
Actually, I want to pull up the comment that somebody left, but I mean, imagine this person that's living with you or that you're having relations with or whatever, right? Supposed to be a grown-ass man, probably been to jail. He has been to jail. He got charged with the stuff with his baby mama. And, you know, supposed to be thugging, right? Supposed to be this gangbanger and shit, right? And he's carrying a little child Star Wars wallet. Like, stop it. Wait till you see what's in it. I found that real interesting.
Don't hold anything back. I'm sure Mr. Clark told you we're going to ask you a lot of questions that we know the answer to.
And the person that lived with in the area.
If you're being untruthful, we can't work with you. You have to be completely truthful with us. I'm sure Mr. Clark has told you that. If we feel that you're heading down the wrong road, we're going to call you on it, okay? Don't answer, because you think I want an answer. If you don't know, you don't know. That's a perfectly fine answer.
Don't say something I think you want to hear.
Exactly. Just tell me what you saw, what you heard, what you did, and then we'll work through it. If you don't remember, you don't remember. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. Those are perfectly fine answers.
Okay.
Okay. If you hold something back because you think it may hurt somebody else, or that's being an omission is a lie. Does that make sense?
Right.
So if you hold something back and you know something that happened or like that, but you hold it back,
Okay, here it is.
it's going to come out. And that's essentially an omission is a lie. If you hold it back, it's going to be considered a lie. Does that make sense?
So you see that it's definitely his wallet, and we get to see him with some hair on his head. Wanted to share this with y'all that I got. Now, this is just what somebody wrote. You know, obviously, I'm not in the area and I haven't been there, but somebody wrote, and I believe them. I believe it to be true. They said, "Hello, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I am familiar with this horrific case. I grew up in the same neighborhood as Fabian and his brother. They were gangbangers and abusive with all their girlfriends. I will always believe that Fabian's brother is the unidentified male and the one who went while Jessica was watching Victoria." And I had never thought about that. Do you think that it could be Fabian's brother that's the unidentified male? Like, I would think they would have gotten DNA, or that it could have been genealogically connected, because they got Fabian's DNA, right? And like, couldn't they see if the unknown male's DNA was related or in the familial sense of Fabian? I would think, but I'm not sure. They also said, "Did you know the night of this, before Fabian got caught, he called another girlfriend to come get him?" And I believe that too, because remember, he took Michelle Martin's car to go to the barbecue with the baby mama where he got the black eye. He was trying to see that girl. And then it says Michelle's parents knew what she had been doing and they still gave her back. They all have bad histories. So I found that real interesting, and I really appreciate Jennifer for sharing that. I think this is the same. Yeah, that's the same comment they shared twice. Another, "The world's a little blurry," said, "It's sad because Victoria's mom was a good mom. Her naivety is what led her to trust Fabian and his nasty twat sister. She was easily influenced and completely taken advantage of, which cost beautiful Victoria her life." And I agree with that too. I think that she should not have ever had custody of Matthew or Victoria, honestly. Yeah, the Star Wars wallet. It would come back 50% match rather than 99. Okay, Cara, that's what I was thinking. Cindy said no, because the DNA would be connected, but only if they tested the DNA for a family link. Yep. Yep. I agree. What do we say? Chuck E. Cheese $1,000 bill. Yeah. There's some interesting things in this wallet.
And Fabian, just so the recording is always.
While this is open real quick, just notice that when you open his wallet, all you see is his driver's license or identification card. It's actually alternative identification card. He don't got his fucking license. And then a U.S. bank card, and that one, that red one, is a Bank of America card, right? And then there's a piece of paper that might have a phone number on it. That's all you see. 2 bank cards, his ID, and a paper that might have a number on it, right? Wait just a minute. Hold on just a minute.
Clear. Wait for Mr. Detective.
Look at that. We got 2 Knockouts Gentlemen's Club VIP. Very important person. Fabian, why are you going to the strip club when you got a woman? Actually, it sounds like you were chasing around several women. Stop it. He's got 2 bank cards. He looks like he's got some health insurance, his social security card, his ID, Loretta's phone number, Caesar's phone number. It says car Caesar, something to do with the car. And is plumbing HTC cooling card. And the fucking knockout, like your bank information, the information you need for your identity, health insurance is right in there with the damn 2, not just 1, but 2 VIP passes for the damn strip club. Stop it. Stop it. Cindy said, "I still believe Jessica was high as a Georgia pine and the rando guy has something to do with a bad drug deal. I believe that too. I believe that Jessica Kelly was higher than Bird twat and some shit went down. I do.
Lewis to ask the
All
question.
right, let me hush.
And then
We
you've
can
got to
listen.
give a verbal answer, not a grunt, whatever. It's give a verbal answer so there's no question about what Detective Lewis's question is and what your answer is. And so wait for him to stop talking, think about the question, and then give an honest answer.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you don't understand what I'm asking you, just tell me. We don't want any confusion in here. If there's something that you need to talk to Mr. Clark about and you want us to step out, we'll step out. We have no problems. Okay. Okay. Any questions before we begin?
No.
Okay.
Do you
Before we
imagine?
just start, we're going to kind of work through.
Look, baby, Kay, I got a Star Wars wallet, Kay. Let me give you some money, Kay. Let me pop that G-string and put some money in there for you, baby. Kay, you want to go to the VI room, Kay? The VIP room, Kay? 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 Don't worry about it, baby. I got you, girl.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Cuddy.
Tell me about your family.
Hey,
Who's your mother?
Mariel. Good to see you.
Okay. I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Nikki Alonso.
Like this goofy
How do you spell it?
motherfucker.
Alonso.
Look at him.
ALLLLO.
Okay. Is she still alive?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where does she live?
In South Carolina.
Okay. And your father, is he still alive?
Yes, Steve Gonzalez.
So that tattoo on his chin is a bear claw, it looks like. I don't know if that's necessarily gang related. I'll try to look it up. But I thought it said something. Here we can see it's a bear claw of some sort, like a bear print.
Steve Gonzalez?
Yes.
Is he senior?
Yes.
Okay.
Make it rain
And then tell me
bed
about,
bugs, baby. Kate.
Your family. How
Right.
many brothers do you have?
Right.
3.
Okay. Can you tell me their name?
Adrian, Joseph, and Stevie.
Hey,
Are they all still alive?
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Yo,
Do you have
good
any
to see you.
sisters?
No, sir.
Okay. There's one person that kind of pops up in this thing, and I think I know the relationship. Somebody you call Uncle David.
Yes, David Chavez.
Is he truly a biological family member, or is it just kind of a...
He is. He's my mom's sister, Patty, Patricia Barella. That's my mom's sister, he's the father to David Chavez.
Okay. So there is a
My
family,
cousin, yes.
there is a biological
Yes.
family connection. Okay.
Hmm.
Tell me about growing up. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in South Valley.
Okay. Here in Albuquerque?
So there's no cut marks or anything like that on his hands. I would think that if you were doing something like what was described, that there would be some cut marks on his hand. That's another reason why I don't believe that he was as involved as Jessica Kelly. So I asked, is a bear claw print gang related in New Mexico? And it says the Solid Wood Soldiers are a Texas-based white supremacist prison gang originally known as the Stupid Woods. I've heard of the Pecker Woods, but not the Stupid Woods. Their primary tattoo consists of the initials SWS with the 2 S's represented by lightning bolts. Imagine that. Above the initials appeared the image of a bear claw with the number 4 in the middle and sometimes the letters HCRL. The number 4 is a reference to 4 letters which stand for honor, courage, respect, and loyalty. The gang may also use 2-handed hand signs which are interlocked to form a W, presumably for wolf packs. I would think it would be more like the Latin Kings. But there was no number or anything in that bear claw. It was just the bear claw. So far that tattoo appears to be unrelated. It could possibly be. We'll leave it on the maybe it's related to gang.
Okay.
Jet.
Did you live there most of your life?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you ever live in any other cities around Albuquerque or just?
Like during my childhood?
Yeah, growing up.
No, just Albuquerque.
Okay. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Barcelona.
Okay.
And then I went to Harrison. And then I went to a little bit to John Adams.
Okay.
And then dropped out.
Alrighty.
Okay. Did you ever finish your high
exciting.
school education?
No, sir.
Okay. What's your highest level of education you've completed?
7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably
you got
what
your
happened.
GED, or are you working on that or
No.
not?
Right, Cara?
Okay.
Fabian, let him finish the question. Don't anticipate what he's saying.
I think her fist.
Have you taken anything, any medications or any alcohol where you don't understand what's going on today, or that you feel that you can't understand what I'm asking you at this point?
No.
Okay.
So here on his wrist, let me move this. We have a life bird, I think that's what they're called, on the top of his wrist, and his fingers say love, hate in the old English font, and they look like gel tattoos. The old English font saying love and hate, I think that's relatively normal. I don't think it's necessarily gang related, but I mean, I always think that's funny. What you love with your right hand and you hate with your left hand, like which one are you whacking off with? Do you love whacking off or do you hate whacking off? Like what the fuck? Sparrows is what they're called. I'm gonna ask about it. Life sparrow. Said Life sparrow tattoos is not specifically gang related. While gang tattoos often serve as markers of affiliation and criminal behavior, the life sparrow tattoo does not have any direct association with any gang. Instead, it may simply represent personal identity or artistic expression. So that's what we've got on that so far.
So there's nothing. Are you feeling ill or sick or anything where you can't answer
Dirty
my questions?
nails.
No, sir.
Okay, you feeling all right?
Right?
Okay. Would you
7th
normally
grade.
stay, when you were growing up, was it one residence or did you kind of bounce around? Talk me through that a little bit.
Like that explains so much. Only 7th grade.
Mostly, and then my mom's would be back and forth.
Okay, who's your grandmother?
Whack on, whack off,
Is she still
whack
alive?
on,
No,
whack
she passed
off.
away February 14, 2007.
Okay. Where would you mainly?
Like with his 7th grade education, is he like, oh, I love this, and then oh, I hate this, and then oh, I love it, oh, I hate it, I love it, I hate it. Fuck. I need to stop.
Live when you were growing up? Do you remember the address?
3206 Viola Southwest.
I'm 3206. What was this?
Viola Southwest.
Viola. Okay.
Barcelona and Viola.
And was that your grandmother's residence?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That is blood on
So I'm
this.
going to walk you through.
I found that interesting.
Let's talk about the people involved in this. Let's just kind of talk about them, how you know people and stuff like that. So let's just.
So this looks like a drop of blood, but this looks like a fingerprint where he wiped his pants. That could be a drop. This looks like a drop. Like blood was falling or splashed on him because of the downward trajectory of it. But up here in the middle, right here, all of this looks like where he wiped his hand or wiped something. And that could be from when Michelle got smacked in the face. If you haven't seen, we've all seen at the beginning of that body cam where he's playing with her hair. So I think it is entirely plausible that he could have gotten the blood on his shorts while he's playing with her hair. I'll pull that up real quick. It's right here. You can see her face. This is the original 911 call. This is also on my page. See, he's playing with her hair and shit. So I think that it is entirely plausible that while he was helping her and getting her out of the house with that huge mark on her face that whoever reported me seems to not like very much, he could have gotten blood on her. That could be Michelle's.
Start with Jessica Kelly. Okay. Tell me about what your relationship is.
That's what it
with her.
looks
How are
like,
you
right?
related
Like,
to
why
Jessica?
the fuck?
She's a cousin. She's my
Are you
mom's
just
brother,
saying
James
that?
Kelly. That's the daughter to him.
Okay. So that's the connection is.
So Jessica Kelly's related to him because her father is his mother's brother. That was interesting for me. That was important because I'd always wondered exactly how close. They're definitely sounds like first cousins.
Yeah, my mom's brother, yeah.
Your mom's brother.
Yes. My grandma's son, James Kelly.
And is James still alive?
No, he's not.
He's passed away.
Yes, sir.
So Jessica was James' biological daughter.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, how did you grow up with her? Were you around her? Did you see her often? Talk to me about that.
I mean, she was sometimes, some of the summers she would come some summers, but then she would stay with her mom, Lori Collins.
Okay.
And then she's back and forth.
Okay. Did she grow up in the Albuquerque area or was she out of state?
In Albuquerque.
Okay. Did you go to school with her or anything like that?
No, I never went to school with her.
Okay. So it's mostly just she's in the same city?
Same city, and she would go, over there for the summers. And
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to look up these tattoos, and that's kind of what we're doing today. So we're gonna look that up. What I was typing in chat is like, why the fuck are you just playing with Michelle's hair in that body cam? Like, is it to soothe yourself? Because I'm sorry, if some shit just went down like that and you're fucking with my hair, I'm gonna tell you, get the fuck off of me. Stop fucking with my hair. Like, can you please, how about you get a rag for my face if you want to help? Like, can you help me get the blood off? So this tattoo, you'll see close up of the cross, and it does look like a gel tattoo. There's some kind of tribal on the back of his neck. It says Gonzalez, which is his last name. And then this says Burone, Barone, maybe. And then we've got the cross. Let me see. Buron or HE. We're going to see what that means and if it's gang affiliated. Yeah, not a muscle to be found. Oh, no. And his hands were not calloused at all. You know, he's not doing an honest day's work at all.
Didn't go to school with her, no.
Okay. How much
She didn't go, I know she didn't go to Barcelona, and I know she didn't go to Harrison.
A Black and Decker item.
So mostly you mentioned summers. Are the summers you would all get together? Okay. Was she close with your whole family, your brothers and you?
Not really, because my brothers weren't there. You know what I mean? It was just me with my grandma. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who raised your brothers?
My mom.
Okay. So pretty much your grandmother's the one that raised you?
Yeah, my grandma, my mom, and my mom, but no, my dad never.
Okay. Tell me about your past history with her. Have you ever been in fights with her before when you were little kids with Jessica?
No.
Stuff like that. How was your relationship with her?
It was good. It was a typical kid. You know what I mean? Grandmother relationship with the cousins, going in summer, having nice summers, you know.
Okay.
It was really never.
So nothing really stood out.
No.
Okay. Tell me about her. Was she working when you guys were growing up? Did she have jobs when she was? Do you remember where she worked?
I don't think she was. As a kid, no, I don't think she worked.
Okay.
And she did. She didn't let me know.
Do you know where she went to school or anything?
The ones by his belly button are probably gang related too. The one above that chest, I can't tell what it is. I've got some pictures I can pull up if y'all want to keep talking about trying to figure out the tattoos. I can pull up the pictures and we can zoom in. This says the meaning of the tattoo is actually broken up into parts, 14 and 88. It refers to the 14 words, a quote by NAZI leader David Lane, while 88 refers to H, the 8th letter of the alphabet. So essentially 88 stands for HH or Hail, HITLER. I don't know that that's what that one specifically means. If I had to guess, I would say that he's probably part of, like if he is in a gang, it's probably the MS-13 or Latin King, something to that effect. This one, like that ward, those are ones that are gang related. See this one with the crown, LK is Latin Kings. Ladies, please don't get unforgettable on your lower back. It's a tramp stamp. West Coast right there. Look at that. That's beautiful, but it's definitely gang related. How pretty is that? That's Al Capone. I think it's AI, but that's super cool. I don't think it's real, but freaking cool. Semper Fidelis. I think that's going to be military related, but you can see here's a good image of it. All of those are gang tattoos. See MS-13 right there. So that is, you see how it's written in Old English too. That's why we feel like a lot of his tattoos could have some gang related meaning. And I want to be like, I have thoughts on that because a lot of times when you go to jail or prison in areas that are bad, like Durham, North Carolina, or Albuquerque, New Mexico, you get thrown in there, especially if they go at a very young age. And you will get killed. Like they will kill you. It's a bad area. It's obviously going to be a bad jail. And sometimes they have to join gangs in order to keep from being killed. Okay, I get it. But like when you get out, you should try to change that lifestyle. you know. I did zoom in on the one above his chest, and we can zoom in on it, but I can't tell what it says. It's too messed up. Maybe y'all can help me. I'll pull it up real quick.
I don't remember that.
Okay. How about you? Tell me about your employment.
He's not built like that. This major
My employment history after I left John Adams and stuff, I did flooring. And then I did plumbing, painting.
Were you employed at the
That's
time
funny.
that this incident occurred?
Burrow.
No, I was
That's what I thought it
supposed to start working on my brother's TV, but I never got around to it. Never got to get around to it.
Okay.
Burrow. So that means it's the hood. He's got hood in his back. So I mean, it probably is gang related.
Were you receiving any benefits from the state or the federal
Burrow
government?
is like hood,
I
right?
was, I don't know if my SNAP, the food stamps.
Okay.
I think I was receiving that, but that was it.
Of course you
I
are.
it might have expired.
Okay.
At the time this incident happened. But
Any SSI or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Did you have an EBT card at the time?
No, I didn't have an EBT card. They put when we went to the EBT office, I tried to get my own, and they did something at the office where they put me on Tasha's card.
Okay.
Tasha Miller, I'm pretty sure you're aware of her.
And that's your.
That was my. No, that was my.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How many children do you have?
I have 4.
Okay. Who's raising them now?
Their moms.
Okay.
Moms, plural. They're moms. 4 kids being raised by their moms, plural. This is what it is. I have no idea what that says, but there's 3 dots above it, and that means, usually it means my crazy life. When I was 15, I was hanging out in the barrio of my town that I grew up in, and they were going to tattoo me, this guy that I was friends with, and you can see that dot there. He did it with Indian ink is what it was called, and a safety pin, and he did that one really, really hard, but it's supposed to be 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and it stands for my crazy life. But after that one, I said, stop, that shit hurts. I've got some other tattoos too, but usually if you see the 3 dots, it's my crazy life. There's an F here on this arm, and there's a G on the other arm that stands for Fabian Gonzalez. The one around his belly button, I don't know what it means, but it is probably gang related. I've just now noticed those 3 dots when we zoomed in on this, and I definitely think it's gang affiliation. Party dot. Yep, you're right, Car. It's been called that before. Yep, a party dot. Yep. He's a sperm donor, nothing more. I know that's right, Tom. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to pull this back up so we can continue to listen to it now that we've talked about the tattoos. It said my audio was lost, so if y'all don't hear this, let me know.
Kind of walk me through from youngest to oldest, kind of walk me through who's the mother and where they are now.
Well, now there's Jacob.
How old's Jacob?
I think he's maybe like 14, 15.
Okay.
I don't even know how old
Who's
his babies are.
Jacob's mother?
April Bolton.
Okay. Are they still in the upper area?
I believe so. I think so. I mean, I haven't talked to her in a while. It's been a while, so I don't know, but I believe so.
Okay. And what child's next?
It's Gabriel, and then there's.
And Gabriel?
Yeah.
How old's Gabriel?
He's probably like maybe a year or 2 younger than Jacob.
Yep.
And who's his mother?
Gabrielle Adams.
Gabrielle Adams?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they in the upper area?
No, I think she's in California.
Okay.
Now, and but her mom, the grandparents are in Pecos, I think still.
Okay. What child?
Abellis, hand over your devices. Stat. Hannah, you need to get over there and disconnect the Wi-Fi, throw it out the window, and run it over in the middle of the street just for good measure. Abellis, you're done for the day. Straight to the corner.
And then there's what sounds like
I know, isn't that sick?
And then there's Evelyn. Annalina's like, let's say 10. I want to say 10.
Okay. Who's Annalina's mother?
Tasha.
Tasha.
Yes.
Okay. And the last.
The Tasha is Annalina's mother. A beautiful name like Annalina. Not even sure if she's 10 years old. And Tasha is the one I believe he got in a fight with, and he's on her food stamps card. but you don't even know Annalina's name. That tells me that you were way more interested in the mother than you ever were the child. The child got produced because you were running around here laying pipe and just not even giving a fuck. Like, and then you just roll out. I just want to fuck. I don't want a kid. So when you have a kid, I'm going to be there maybe for a little while and then I'm going to roll the fuck out so I can lay pipe somewhere else. Like, Like, this is your classic thug. You know what I mean? Like, I just, no.
Child?
Evelyn Rose Gonzalez.
Okay. And who's?
Amanda Sullivan.
Okay, Amanda
Probably.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Are they here?
Yeah, I believe in Berlin.
Okay, Berlin.
So his baby mama, they were at a barbecue and he's going to go through that. And his baby mama punched him the day before in the eye because he told their child to go tell their mama something about your skank, I think is the word used. Tell your skank ass mama something. So she gave him a black eye and he went over there in Michelle's car while Michelle was working to a barbecue at his baby mama's house. There's actually pictures of what I believe to be her and the barbecue. If y'all want to see that, let me know and I'll try to find them.
Okay. That's all your children?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not the barbecue, but the house where it happened.
There's this one girl, Desiree.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sandoval.
Okay.
And this was, I think, before all my other kids, but
I
never thought that was my kid, so because we never had got a DNA test on that or nothing like that, and she was like, I didn't think it was mine, and so I just never considered. But to this day, she still says yes, she is. So if they want to count that one, then that's fine.
Okay.
But I never counted that one. I'm not being mean or nothing. I never was mean to her or nothing like that. But I just never thought that she looked like me, they never wanted to get a DNA test.
So there might be 5. He didn't want to get a DNA test. So he don't know. And you're just okay with that? Like, how fucked up is that? I might have a child out there that could be mine, but they didn't want to get a DNA test, so I'm not going to pay for one either to find out if that is my child. Or maybe just be in her life because you're there or could possibly be. Like, you're not doing anything. You're not teaching them how to swim, taking them kayaking, getting them on the bike, teaching them how to ride. You just roll out and continue to fucking do drugs.
I didn't.
Jesus
so I just
Christ.
left it as that.
Okay. All right. So back to Jessica. It sounded like you had a decent relationship with her growing up. See her on summers. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think her fist.
Did you ever have issues with her while you were growing up? Anything, fights or anything like that?
And I
Any
don't doubt it. These girls are probably pretty
The
rough.
only issues that she had was with her mom, and really, and then she would go to my grandma's and with her dad because my uncle, her dad stayed with my
Candle,
grandma
I
too,
think is what he
most
called
of his
it.
life.
Candle.
That's James?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about, was she working at the time this incident happened? After she was released from prison, did she have any type of job?
Sorry, my nose.
No, she said she wanted to find a job, and I believe she went to an interview to churches, and I think Michelle went with her.
Okay.
So she was supposed to be working. Okay. But I didn't know what day or.
And that's Jessica was supposed to be working?
Yeah.
So it sounded like she did get a job at churches?
Yeah, and I guess that's her friend Cherie was the one, because I guess she was manager at the time at the churches.
If you got a Fabian running around, just use the rubber band like they do for cattle. Just use the rubber band. Get that taken care of. Stacked.
Right there off of Louisiana, I think.
Okay.
The corner. And
You're
that's
probably
who got her
right,
the job.
Cindy.
Okay. Do you know her past employment was, what she would do, Jessica?
I'm trying to think. Oh, her past. There's another place she did work. It was this hotel chain. Or I know it was by the Burger King. I forgot what it was called. But and then I remember hearing something that she had gotten fired for there because they found her, she stole some information from somebody from the hotel place, I guess, pills and I don't know.
Was that before she went to prison?
Yeah, that was before she went to prison, and then.
Look at his little fucking bitch ass. I mean, I just can't, I can't get over it. Holding up this card, looking like a straight dork. I think he's got a tattoo above his eyebrow there too. I don't know what it says though. Excuse me. So yeah, Jessica got fired from a hotel for stealing it for identity theft and stealing some pills out of a hotel room. I mean, who would have fucking thunk it, you know?
And from knowing her mom and them and her brother Thomas and stuff, they let me know that she had a gun, ended up getting in trouble being around this guy named Rick, where she wasn't supposed to be around, and she was on an ankle bracelet. And I guess her PO went over there and found them together, and they found her, I guess, with drugs and the guy she wasn't supposed to be around. So that's what she went to prison for.
Okay.
I believe that.
No, that's not. She went to prison for sexual contact with a minor. But you know, this bitch is so fucking stupid. She's going to be on probation, go to the place that they tell you not to go, do drugs, probably fornicate, and be surprised when they bust the door in and you go to jail when you're on a fucking ankle monitor. Like when God was giving out brains, these two were absent. Probably all three of them were absent. As a matter of fact, we're pretty safe to say that all three of these criminals were completely absent, had been absent for like a year when God was giving out brains.
That's what they told me. That's
Okay. So when she was released in August of last year, August
Dara,
of 2016, how did you guys hook up? How did you make contact?
Okay, give me that sign. It's mine now.
Before this incident, she
Facebooked
me.
Okay. Tell me what that means, Facebook you.
She just messaged
Does
me
have a
and she's like,
raccoon
"Hey, what
eye.
are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" You know, this and that. And then she asked me if I can get her some drugs, and I told her I'll see. I'll see, but I don't know. I really don't know no one. You know what I mean? I can get it. I mean, but I never ended up getting it for her.
What kind of drugs is she looking for?
She was looking for meth.
Do you want meth?
Look how he says that. She was looking for meth, like it's a question. Sir, you gotta talk about all of this. And again, I don't get messages and people asking me for meth. You know why? Because they know I'm not gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like she messaged you and asked you if you could get some because she knew you'd have it. And it's interesting to hear them talk about messaging each other and people on Facebook, because when we hear the jail calls with Jessica Kelly, she's like, message this person on Facebook and ask them to put money on my account, message this person and message that person. So this is the time when Facebook Messenger was extremely popular, 2016. I mean, it wasn't really that popular back then, I don't even think. But anyway, they're messaging like their friends from high school, anybody they meet, they add them on Facebook, and then they see them as an ATM. I'm going to message you and ask you to send me money while I'm in jail, or if you got drugs, or if you do this, or if you do that. Like, it's all just so weird and very juvenile to me. And he does look like a little kid holding up a sign, please don't take my lunch money.
Yeah, she said she wanted to sell it or something.
Okay. How long
Very
after
people, if you're hell-bent on
she was
selling
released and
your wild
contacted
oats,
you,
for
did she
God's
start
sake,
asking you to
use
help her find
protection.
drugs?
I don't know, because when she contacted me, she said she was just like a day or two out of prison, and I was like, like that's I was like, really? So,
did you know she was about to be released? Or?
No, I didn't know she was about to be. I didn't know nothing. I just knew that her sister Crystal was about to get released.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So Cindy said, dear young people, if you are hell-bent on sowing your wild oats, for the love of God, use protection. Please, please.
never knew Jessica was going to get released. I thought she was going to be in there for a while. I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Your Facebook. Do you remember what name you were using on that Facebook?
On my Facebook? Yeah.
What the account was? What you called it?
On my Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Your Facebook account?
F Gonzalez.
F Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Okay.
F Gonzalez.
Just the letter F Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Fabo.
Fabo. F-A-B-O.
Yes.
Okay.
And the POF was the F Gonzalez 84. The username and the password was 123456, capital F, lowercase g.
Okay. What is POF?
Plenty of Fish. It's a website, yeah. And I found that out through Facebook.
I'm checking Facebook.
Through the little ads when you like look at your timeline and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me, when did you first have personal contact with Jessica after she released from prison in August of last year? Tell me about how that happened.
She met me at one of this one girls I was seeing at DCS, right there by the size.
I'm sorry, by where?
By the size gas station. It's not a gas station no more, but it's a. I'm trying to, by San Mateo, the Size Market. It's SAIZ. Size.
Oh, SAIZ, the last name?
Yeah, and it used to be a gas station, but there's no more pumps now. They have the pumps out of it.
Okay. And it's on San Mateo now?
Oh, it's by San Pablo.
Okay.
Right, yeah, right by San Pablo.
They kind of go the same way.
Yeah, like if you keep going like that, and there's San Pablo, and then, but if you go up a few more streets, you can see it on the corner.
Do you know what the other cross street is? San Mateo and San Pablo run
I
the
think
same
it's
way.
San Mateo, yeah.
They run the same way.
I'm not sure.
Is it still there? It's called Sice Market?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And Alicia, what's Alicia's last name?
I think I gave it to you guys in the beginning. I'm not. I think it's Martinez. I'm not sure, but I want to be sure.
Okay. Is this the same Alicia that you have? We're having a lot of contact with back
in
August of last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Could it be Alicia Aragon?
There you go.
Okay. Did you date her at one time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what happens when you guys meet up. When you and Jessica meet up. Is Alicia there when you meet up?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was, and
I'm
Jessica
looking on
met with us,
Facebook
and then
for
How did
these
Jessica
people.
get to the Sice
There's
Market?
Jessica.
she said she took the bus.
Okay. Okay. So tell me what happened when you met there.
So he's meeting up with Jessica. He says she took the bus. Here's Jessica's Facebook. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Maybe we can find him through hers. Let me see what y'all are saying. In his case, plenty of belly up fish. Yeah. Carr said, I'd chop off my hair and dye it. I know me. Yep. Why would anybody subject themselves to the garbage on that site? I don't know, man. I think he was just trying to get some. Oh, my strip club VIP cards, Facebook Messenger, plenty of fish. What a charmed life he was living. Yep. Scamming, getting money from girls, going and fornicating, all the fucking nastiness. Look at her. Getting money university, ma'am. And remember, these were from this is 3 days before Victoria's death. That's in Michelle's car, that photo right there. Premiere. All right, I'm going to look at her friends while we continue to listen to this and see if I can find him. Hold on, let me get it pulled back up for you guys. There you can see kind of all the tattoos. It's definitely a tattoo. It looks like it says S15, I think.
We met up, and then we went and got something to drink at the Bird. At the Bird.
Bird?
Yeah, that liquor store.
Okay.
And that's when she was talking about she just got out and she wants to try to change her life around and get a job. And that's when she said that she was supposed to help Cherie out because Cherie had bonded her out for $500, and that's how she had gotten out.
So what happened was she got released from prison, but she had another charge in another county. She is then transported to that county and given the original bond. Let's say she was shoplifting, for example. But you go to prison for having, okay, so I'm shoplifting in Wake County, right? But I get caught in I get caught in Wake County and I bailed out on that charge, but I still have that charge, right? And then I go out and I do drugs in Durham County and I end up going to prison for that. So I'd go to prison, I'd serve my time for the drugs that I did in Durham, right, for that charge. But then when I got done with prison from Durham, I would then be released back to Wake County for that charge of shoplifting that I would have to go to court for and all of that. So when you get released from prison, you don't actually get right out. It's just like the Austin Drummond case. But when you go to Wake County after you've done your time for the crime in where you went to prison, you would get bailed, like you would have a bond of $500. And what they're saying is somebody bailed her out with $500 and she's trying to pay them back. That's a nice fucking friend that's going to bail you out of jail for $500 damn dollars. And there are enough women for him to walk on them like stepping stones. Don't be no stepping stone. I know that's right. If you ain't heard the jail calls where he's manipulating the fuck out of that girl, you should listen to him. Tom said, I guess I'm going to have to get a Star Wars wallet. Please don't.
Because she was on a bond.
Okay.
Please
Even though
don't.
she's released from prison, she had a bond on another case?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Amanda
so she re-put up the
Sullivan.
bond, so she
Yeah,
got
she, I
that
think
case.
I believe she said it was $500. So she said that she, in exchange, she told Cherie that she was going to watch her kids for her, and that's how she'd pay it off, I guess.
$500 worth of babysitting from a girl that just got out of jail for sexual contact with a minor. No, I think I'm good, but I wouldn't have bailed her out in the first place. This is Amanda Sullivan. We do have an interview from her on our page, and this is Fabian Gonzalez's baby mama. I don't think that's his baby. I don't know. Maybe. No, this is 2020. She actually looks pretty. It's 2019. Let's see if there's any from the time period that he got in trouble. Some people will pretend to care just so they can get a better seat to watch your struggle. Every helping hand isn't always there to help. I agree with that. This is a year before that stuff happened. So this would have been around the time period. This is 2015, and then 2 years later, that's the next picture. So this might be around the time period that she was hanging out with him. It's 2014. That's her babies. All right. So I'm going to continue to go through and try to find Fabian's.
Okay. You know Cherie's last name?
Barella.
Barella. Okay. Are they related?
They're childhood friends.
Okay. So they've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you get to the Sice Market with Alicia? Do you have a car back then?
Lisa did.
Lisa drove you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
She
At
had
the
a
time
white
were
neon.
you-
A white neon.
A white neon? Yeah. At the time were you dating Alicia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were you staying at that time?
My brother Joseph.
Okay. Where was brother Joseph living at the time?
Lost Desert.
Okay. Whereabouts is that located?
Real Bravo and Quarters. And Gibbs, right up the new neighborhood of Gibson.
Okay. So we're on the far west side of town?
Yeah. Like the south, you know what I mean? Not Gibson up there, but the new side.
Okay. So what else happens when you meet Jessica for the first time after she gets out of prison last year?
Just that she wanted.
So what happened? Now we're getting into where he meets Jessica. Y'all, just so you know, one of Jessica Kelly's friends is named Lil Trigger. Lil Liltrigger Southside. Little Trigger Southside. Hey.
She just wanted to get a job, and she didn't want to stay at her mom. She said.
I think so.
because
Yes.
She said there would be meaner.
Yes, that was the one that gave him the black eye. From my
I'm trying to
understanding.
be what?
She didn't want to stay at her mom's. She said because I guess her brother wasn't treating her right, or they were just like being mean with her.
Okay. Who's
She didn't want to stay at her mama's house because she couldn't do drugs there.
your brother?
Thomas.
They don't get along?
I thought they did, but I guess they don't.
Okay. Did Jessica have anything with her when you first met up with her?
No.
Ripa Tiny
Not that
works
I
for
know of.
Playboy.
Did she say where she was coming from?
Yeah, she was coming from her mom's.
Her mom's?
Yeah.
Where's mom live?
A trailer park right by there's the Deluxe Inn up at Central up there. It's the Deluxe Inn, and then there's a trailer park behind.
Far East Central?
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but.
Okay. Okay. So what else you guys talk about Jessica finding a job, and what else goes on during this first initial meeting?
Just she wanted to get a job, and she wanted to try to get her own place and save up money, and she wanted to get all the drugs and try to sell it, get money to get her own place because she didn't want to stay at her mom's, like I had said, because she just didn't want to be there because they wanted to make her sleep on the couch, and she wanted her own room, and she said there was a bunch of people staying there, and she just didn't want to be there.
This looks like fingerprint bruises, and there is a cut on his chest. It looks relatively new, which I find interesting.
Okay. She told you her plan was to get drugs.
Oh, yeah. And you're just getting out of prison, and the first thing we're going to do is grab some drugs and sell some drugs. Okay. So we've learned nothing from all the years we've been in prison.
Start selling them so she can make
And
money.
get a job, yeah, so she can get her own place.
Okay. Okay. And that kind of, she says she wants to go straight, but she wants to get drugs and sell them?
That's what she told me.
Okay. Okay.
He
What
told me.
happened? How did the encounter with you three end that day?
That day.
What happened when you left the market?
When we left the market.
Well, eventually you had to leave the Sice market, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting in this interview how he's not saying K, 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 like at the end of every conversation? it again shows the manipulation tactics he uses, right? Because if he says, okay, like he has fucking Tourette's to that girl that he's talking to, then he can be like, I can't see you when I first get out, like he was saying. I got to go see my family, Kay, but I love you, Kay, and I miss you, Kay, and you mean you're very special to me, Kay. Like word salad bullshit. When he's saying these things by saying okay, then he makes her feel like that she's agreeing with him and saying that it's okay. But he doesn't say it at all during the district attorney interview because he's not exerting control over the district attorney. He knows that he cannot manipulate and control the district attorney like he is very obviously trying to do to that girl, whoever it was that he was talking to, that was putting money on his books, which is sick. He's definitely on some new shit. In a meth frenzy, yeah. Your son's chest looked like that at 12 years old. Got some hair on the chest.
Yeah. Well,
when you guys all meet there, you, Alicia, and Jessica, how does it end?
If you call that a chest?
Go to Cherie's.
Okay, how do you get to Cherie's?
She drops us off there.
Okay, so
Sunken.
kind of walk me through it. Alicia drops you off. You and Jessica there.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens at Cherie's between you and Jessica and Cherie?
That's when Cherie went to work and
How did you get that cut? I want to know what that cut is from. It's very smooth, like it's done with a knife or something sharp. It's not jagged. It's very straight.
Jessica was watching her kids.
Okay.
I guess Cherie left her there to watch her kids. I think she had two
Yep,
boys
he's
and a girl.
5'4" short.
And I don't know their names though. I don't know. That's when she put the application in for the churches.
Okay.
On Cherie's laptop.
Looks like
And that was it. And then Michelle had picked me up from there.
Okay.
At the night.
So you stayed there the whole day at Cherie's? With
Yeah,
Jessica?
yeah.
What went on while you guys were there?
Nothing. She just watched the kids and just stayed there. She filled out the application. Like I said, I got there during the evening, and I think Michelle picked me up around 9:30 after she got off work.
Okay. Where's Michelle working at the time?
Smith's.
Smith's? Which one?
I think off Unser.
Okay. What, around the far west side?
Yeah, with the Burger King and the
He is a freaking animal.
What else is there? There's the Burger King, and there's a couple other little. There's a Subway there, and there's the Smith's gas station. That one.
Okay. Do you remember this? We know from records that Jessica was released on the 15th of August, which is going to be a Monday.
Okay.
Okay. This.
I think this happened August 24th. So she literally was out of jail for what, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 9 days? 9 days? Before she commits one of the worst crimes in New Mexico history. Out of jail for 9 freaking days. Yeah, he's a little itty bitty thing. Mr. Speculating is 6'2" and had a bigger chest than that at freaking 12 years old too. He's got a big solid chest, but he works at a rock quarry, so I figure, he's going to be more muscular, but Fabian's a little wimp.
This incident occurred the 23rd and 24th, which is a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So sometime, do you remember when this first encounter with Jessica would have occurred sometime between the 15th?
Yep.
Remember when that was? When you met with her at the Spice Market?
Okay, so you're saying she got out on the 15th?
That's what the records indicate. She's released from prison. I don't know when she gets to Albuquerque. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
Do you remember when you met at the Spice Market and then you went to Cherie's? Do you remember what day that would have been?
No, but I'm thinking if we can get on Facebook and see when she messaged me, we can find that exact date out.
Okay. How many days do you think it was before the incident occurred?
Before this incident?
Yep,
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, say that again.
How many days before this incident occurred do you think you first met up with Jessica? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
1 day,
2 days, like she said. I think 2 days, yeah.
Pretty close to when it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. How about, we're going to talk about this barbecue where you got in a fight with her. Was it?
I didn't get in a
before-
fight with Jessica. It was.
Was how long before that barbecue did you meet up with Jessica at the market and go to Cherie's? I'm trying to give you some time frames that might help. I'm trying to figure out when you first met up with Jessica after she was released from prison. Do you remember the barbecue?
Yeah,
Okay.
Amanda's, yeah, because I didn't want to go at first. And Jessica said, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you can come.
It
So
is.
you sure? Right now, I'm not getting along with Tasha.
That is historically accurate. Tasha. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't Amanda Sullivan that we saw. He's not even strong enough to be the water boy. I know that's right. Facts right there, if I ever heard them.
So how many days before that barbecue do you think you met up with Jessica for the first time? Does that make sense what I'm asking? I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
like 2-3 days.
Okay, so probably the end
Yes,
of.
big beautiful
Yeah,
baby.
because I remember the barbecue being either, I think, the 20th or 21st. I don't know if it was on a Sunday or a Saturday. I know I wasn't on a Friday.
Now he alleged that Jessica Kelly hit him in the back of the head with an iron, and that could be it. But I noticed that he's a lot less fucked up than Michelle Martins is. And remember, Jessica Kelly stated that she did that to Michelle Martins because she said, if you can't even protect your own child, I know damn well you're not going to protect me. You're not going to keep your mouth shut about the shit that went down. So if you can't even protect your own child, I'm going to fuck you up and I'm going to kill you. But she didn't Fabian. Is it because they're related, or is it because that Fabian had more involvement in this than we all actually know? I'm 6 foot, said Hannah. He's a short ass. He is. Both short and an ass. In every context of those words.
So probably the end of the week of the 15th, somewhere in here? Because we know from.
Yeah, because I remember it was either the 20th or the 21st, because that's when I had got when Amanda had hit me with something.
We can tell you from interviews and from all the investigations so
It
far,
was
we can
Amanda.
tell you the barbecue is on Sunday the 21st.
Okay, yeah, and
I know it should be an iron commercial. That damn iron took a licking and kept on ticking right along. Chugga chugga choo.
Jessica didn't go. Jessica wasn't. She stayed there at Amanda's.
Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. So we're thinking 1 to 2 days, somewhere around there is when you first met up with Jessica before the barbecue. Okay, so the end of the week of the 15th, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a time frame.
Okay.
So like I said, if you don't understand what I'm asking, just keep asking questions. We'll get through it. Okay. So
It is a very small mark to have been hit with an iron. But I think she hit him maybe with the tip of it and just didn't hit him very hard, I think. Cindy said, my 4 girls are short like me. That's awesome. That is really sweet that your boys are really tall and all the girls are short. I think that's adorable. And congratulations on all the love, laughter, and memories that you have with your big family. I love having a big family like that. When it's quiet here, it feels weird to me. That's one of the good things about having a big family. The bad thing is you usually can't sleep in late or take naps, unfortunately, because it's always too loud because there's a lot of people. But it's a very fulfilling life, I think. And I'm glad that you have that too.
So Jessica didn't want to stay. When you first met with her, Jessica did not want to stay with her mom.
No, she was like.
Where did she end up staying?
She said she was going to stay at Cherie's. Okay. And Cherie agreed to that, but she ended up wanting to stay with us for.
And who's us?
Me and Michelle.
Okay. And where were you and Michelle staying at that time?
At Michelle's apartment.
Okay. And do you know the address or where that is?
No, I don't know the address, but I know it was Arrow Point something.
Was it an apartment complex?
Yes.
Okay. Is the apartment complex where this incident happened?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the apartment number?
801, 808, 801.
Okay. Something like that?
Yeah.
808, 808. Okay.
Because I know it was building 8 and it was on the top.
So at what point does Jessica go from her mother's to Cherie's and then eventually with you and Michelle over at the apartment complex on Irving? Does that make sense? How does she make the move? She's gone, looks like, from mom's to Cherie's. How long does she stay at Cherie's?
I don't think she even stayed there.
Okay. Just that one day?
Yeah, she was supposed to.
Okay. Didn't work out, or do you know why?
She just, I guess got around to asking Michelle and me to ask Michelle if she could stay with us.
Okay. So when do you think, does she start staying with you guys at the apartment? And I mean by you guys, I mean you and Michelle. before the barbecue at Amanda's?
I think.
I mean, but again, you're going to the barbecue of your baby mama and calling her Scandal. And Cindy said yes, but you will as time goes on. They grow up and move out on their own. Yep. Cara said, I love a big family. It was stressful because in this environment, Mr. Speculating had 4 children, one of them being 2 months old when I came into this situation. And it was very stressful having a lot of toddlers running around and, taking care of them full time so that he could work and do the things that he needed to do. And, we grew together. We grew to love each other. And, my children come over and play and stuff like that. So it was stressful at first, but I wouldn't change it for the world now. I love our big family. You're one of 5 girls, so you know what it's like to grow up with a bunch of siblings. I cannot get them to stop fighting to save my life. I really can't. And I had one brother that was older. He was 7 years older than me. So for me, it was I never had anybody to play with. My brother was always out doing his own thing. And I'm telling them all the time, you got so many people to play with. You guys could play a board game. You could do anything, but they're still bored out of their minds. And as you've seen, I have an extensive amount of craft stuff for them to do all the time. They're also very different too, which I think is really interesting. Because they've all been raised in almost the same environment. The older one has been through a little bit more than the rest of them because she was with their mother for the longest. But I find it interesting how different they are. The youngest one, Mr. Speculating, says that she's mine. The one that was 2 months old when I came, he says that. I mean, they're all mine. But she's he's she acts just like you. She looks like you. She acts like you. She talks like you. And I think that's really cool. And I think it's really cool how different each one of them are. They're all polar opposite from the other. And to all grow up in the same environment around the same people and go through the same things, to be so different, I find it really interesting. Bella said, my brother's 10 years older, so I was pretty much an only child. Right. Yeah, it was very, very big undertaking, and it was stressful, but very beautiful, very beautiful. My kids are very different, yet all have a few behaviors that are similar. Yep. We met through a friend when I was trying to get my life together and get out of a bad relationship. I was at the shelter, and somebody that he had known came there, and I was trying to get my life together more. And the girl, the person that knew him from before was my roommate. And she would call him, she was very she would look at airplanes and she would be like, I know you're watching me, Christopher. And I would tell the people outside when we were smoking outside, I'd be like, just leave her alone. Just let her chill. She's not hurting nobody. Just leave her alone. So they thought it was a great idea to put her in my room. And I was like, well, I don't know about that, but okay. And he had helped her out a couple of times. He would buy her cigarettes or something like that because she came from the neighborhood where they were at. And so we had talked on the phone a couple of times. I ended up leaving that place and going back to the lifestyle that I had. And I was tired of it. And I called him, and he came and picked me up and told me, that I could babysit, but I could not bring it, the minute I did anything drug wise or anything like that, that I would be kicked out. And, he did the background check and all that to make sure I was okay. He just needed somebody to babysit, and I could stay there for free as long as I babysat. And, we became closer and ended up being together. He literally saved my life, because if I had not come with him, then I would have been in that Jeep on the day that my ex died, in the Jeep with him, and I would not be here right now. It's pretty interesting.
Let's say the 18th.
Okay, the 18th. You're looking at a calendar. This is August 2016 calendar we're looking at. The 18th would be the Thursday before the incident occurred.
Yeah, because she had me go take her to her mom so she can get her stuff so she could start staying with us.
That's awesome.
And she had asked it. And I said, you have to ask Michelle. I don't know, but you
Oh, yeah.
How did it come up? How did Jessica ask that? She just flat out ask you? Or how
She
did it
just
come
said, now that
Yeah.
Michelle knows that
Yeah,
I'm
of
going to be getting a
course.
job and I got
Thank
to
you for
interview and stuff,
asking.
you think she could ask her if I could stay. She said, I said, well, I'll ask, and then you guys take that up on your guys' own, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So Michelle agreed.
Had Jessica met Michelle by that point?
Yeah, yeah, and they came to an agreement where Jessica said she would pay rent, I guess.
Okay.
And Michelle said she needed the extra money. Sure, she could use it. She could use it.
So you're correct me if I'm wrong, but you believe on that Thursday, the 18th of August last year is when she begins to move in.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you drove to
Lori Collins' her mother.
What car?
So she came the 18th of August. She had been there 6 days. She had lived there for 6 days before she killed, decapitated, and set on fire the child in the apartment. 6 days. Like, this woman should have never been released from prison. And keep in mind, while she was in prison, she literally RAPED a girl with a fucking mop handle. I would love to. I mean, how the fuck do you even get out of prison when you do something like that? Jesus.
Did you drive?
Michelle's.
Michelle's car. Can you describe Michelle's car for me?
It's a Buick Century, gold color.
Okay. What kind of stuff
I feel like that.
did Jessica bring from her mother's house? Remember her property, what she had with her?
Big old, like, those big plastic containers?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 of those.
Okay. What do you remember what was in it?
Clothes, books, bags.
Okay. Just normal stuff like that?
Yeah.
So just 2 plastic containers full of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff from, I guess, she bought from prison, and the rest of the stuff that she had left at her mom's.
Okay.
That is the literal definition of a shiner right there. I'm going to speed it to 1.25 because I do want to get through at least the first hour of this today with you guys. So I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. We'll have to see if it's too fast.
After you pick up things from her mother's house, do you take her directly to the apartment? On
Yes. Okay. And, no, look, we got her kids, Tiffy and Armando.
Okay.
Yeah, because she wanted to visit them because
Jessica's children.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
it's what are their full names?
Armando and Tiffany. Okay. Tiffany Gonzalez and Armando. I don't know
Okay. Where were they staying at that time?
Tiffany was staying with her dad.
Okay.
Yep, Cindy, exactly.
Right there in the Westgate area somewhere.
Okay. How about Armando?
You'll have to let me know if that's too fast for you guys. Yeah, I've got both of these out. I'm interested in the second part, but I want to get through the first part with you guys, and because I also want to cover these cases that are in the news that we just talked about earlier. I don't even understand how a woman would do such a thing. I don't either. Like, what the fuck has happened to you to make you think that these things are okay?
Armando stays with his dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Thank
I
God
think
for
in
that.
some place, I'm really not sure.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. You go to you and Jessica and Michelle's car. Does Michelle go with you when you get the stuff at Lori?
No, Michelle's at work.
Okay. She's at work at the Smiths.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you and Jessica go get Jessica's things at her mother's, Lori's place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing, Tom. Good point. I couldn't imagine being a grown man or woman and having to ask people if I could stay with them. Right. Like, but you're allowed to stay at your mom's house when you just got out of prison, but that's not good enough. You want to be able to do what you need to do and what you want to do and all the drugs and all the things. And maybe you should have just stayed with your mother so that you wouldn't be on the drugs and all the things. Maybe you should have just sat your ass at the fucking house. All of them.
And then you go pick her children up, Tiffany and Armando?
Yeah, because Armando had a football game on Friday.
Exactly.
Okay. On Friday the 19th?
Yep.
Good to see you.
Okay. So
by
Friday the 19th has...
Yeah, after the game after the game, that's when, I guess, Noah, the dad for Tiffany, agreed that Jessica can visit with Tiffany, and then the other dad, what's his name, Ali, I think, or something.
Okay.
Agreed that Armando could visit
with Jessica?
Yeah. So,
okay. So did she actually move in on the 18th or the day of the football game on the 19th?
And then
Did Jessica move in?
The 19th, yeah.
Okay.
And that was when her kids came with.
Okay. So we've established that.
So 5 days. 5 days. This woman was in this house for 5 fucking days before she took the life of a 10-year-old on her 10th birthday, decapitated, and set her on fire after removing her organs and letting somebody SA her. That's who we're dealing with.
On the day of the football game, which is August 19th of last year, that's when Jessica moves in?
Yep.
Okay. Where does Jessica
Right, Cara.
stay inside the apartment, number 808?
She was supposed to stay in Matthew's room, and Michelle said that she was gonna have Victoria and Matthew stay in a room together.
Dig in my ear.
Usually, she said sometimes they usually just stay together anyways. She said the room, Matthew ends up going to her room anyways.
Okay. And tell me who Matthew is.
Victoria's brother.
Okay. Would he stay at the same apartment 808 all the time?
No, you're okay, curious. Don't worry about that, love.
I think I only seen him like 4 different times because they would stay with the grandparents.
Okay. Who's when you say they would stay with grandparents?
Oh, Matthew and Victoria.
Okay. So there was times that both the children, Matthew and Victoria, would go stay with Michelle's parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would watch him most of the time because Michelle would work.
Okay.
So, I mean.
Okay. At this time on the 19th, is school in session? Are the children going to school? Do you remember?
I don't know. I know she had got some supplies and stuff. I just don't know what the exact day it started.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've established on the day of the football game, that refreshes your memory, the 19th is when Jessica moves in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's when, after the football game, both parents of Jessica's kids agreed that they could spend time with her.
Okay. Do both Tiffany and Armando, do they ever spend the night there at the
Yeah,
apartment?
they spent the night there that night.
Would that be the 19th, that Friday?
Yes.
Into Saturday the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on, and I want to talk about Michelle Martins. Can you tell me the first time that you had any contact with Michelle Martins, whether it was electronically or in person? When did you first meet Michelle?
When I first met Michelle, I think it was like the message.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
anytime however you first had contact with
Through
Michelle.
POF.
Okay. And do you remember?
It's interesting to me too, hearing about, I'm going to slow it back down. We sped it up a little bit. I mean, there's like 20 minutes to get through the first part. It's important, I think, to talk about how he met Michelle, because he makes it sound very much like Michelle was very much wanting to contact him and get him over there, right? Also, remember that he doesn't know his children's age. One of them might be his, one of them might not. He doesn't know because they won't get a DNA test, never mind him. And he doesn't even know if the child that he is playing step pappy to goes to school. When the child went to school every day, he talks about the bus stop here in a minute, but you didn't know she went to school or what school she went to. And you're even not knowing all that, being in this relationship for that short of a period of time to where you can't even pay attention to the children that you're supposed to be helping care and provide for, you move your demented fucking cousin in? Wow. The fucking gall, the audacity of this motherfucker.
And it was either the last week of July or the first week of August.
Okay. So end of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
first
having a
part of
party at her school.
Yes.
She was, Anna.
So walk me through, just kind of tell me briefly what this, I'm not very website tech savvy.
Thank
What
you
is
for your apology.
this
I appreciate it.
POF?
It means a lot to
It's
me.
kind of like Tinder, and it's like people make a profile, and then you go through it, say yes or no, and then if you like the person or the match, then you just message.
So it's what's referred to as a dating site?
Yes.
Okay.
A free dating site.
Okay. And that's, just walk me through.
Couldn't even pay to get pussy. Couldn't even pay the site to find your next fuck. Because that's what he was doing, in my opinion. Couldn't even pay the site for that.
Were you just like surfing, looking at profiles, or how
Yeah.
did you come upon
Michelle?
Living the American
Just
dream.
because, like I said, that's how I met Alicia, and like I said, I broke up with Tasha, so I was just like,
Thug life, motherfucker.
and I didn't think we were gonna get back together, and I didn't really, because it wasn't working, you know what I mean? During the time we were together, it was just, she had her own things, and it wasn't just a good relationship, it was a bad relationship, and it wasn't the greatest, so we ended up just breaking up, and she was.
Imagine that. A relationship with Fabian not being the greatest. Somebody who doesn't work, somebody who doesn't provide, somebody who's on snap. Not that it's bad to be, but like you're not even attempting to go get a job or make it better.
So then that's how I met Alicia Aragon, and she was nice, and we
Right,
got along good, and then
Upstate.
that's how I ended up meeting Michelle.
Okay. So you met Alicia on the same
Yeah.
POF website?
Alicia Aragon, yeah.
Okay. Okay. But then you meet Michelle.
Yeah.
End of July into early August.
Yeah.
So walk me through after you, or is there, forgive me because I've never used one because I don't really, is there a conversation on electronic conversation like emails, or do you just go meet somewhere? How does walking out work?
You message. I mean, you message, and
A
if you
little
want to meet
bit of
them,
Monica
you know what I mean. Okay, this and that. And me and Michelle had messaged each other, and she, you know what I mean. She told me, we talked about what kind of different things we like the movies and scary movies and stuff. I remember, I think I told her about a scary movie, and I said I like
only hands.
Scary movies is what I like and stuff, and I named a couple of scary movies, and then I forget what she had told me, but she said, I think she said she liked scary movies too, and and you know what I mean.
And this is all electronically at first, just like
getting to know each other,
email type stuff.
Yeah, and then like, and I wasn't really gonna meet up with her. Like I was just because I liked Alicia.
Okay.
And so I was just, but I met Michelle too. So and then I was like, I don't think I want to go meet this girl Michelle. Not that we had any bad conversation on there or anything like that, but so I just.
So Alicia had a fatter ass and looked a little cuter than Michelle. So he was messing with Alicia. He wasn't even interested in Michelle. And you can tell by the way he acts. He doesn't even know Victoria's name in some of the first interrogations. Doesn't know if she goes to school or not. You can tell he was only interested in one thing.
Kind of blew her off, and she was just like insisted, you know what I mean? Well, when are you gonna come? And I told her, I'll go. I'm just waiting for my car. You know what I mean? The battery's messed up. I told her, and it's raining. When it gets wet, it doesn't start, and blah blah blah. And I would kind of just like, you know what I mean? I would give her excuses not to go. You know what I mean? Because I liked Alicia, but then eventually she ended up saying, "Well, then I'll go get you. Do you have gas?"
Okay, so he wasn't even giving Michelle the time of day because he liked Alicia, and then Michelle is trying to meet up with him. She thinks he's hot or whatever and wants to talk to him, and she's like, well, then I'll come get you. Do you have any gas money? And there's another fucking excuse. Michelle, why didn't you just leave him alone? Like, when you've got to provide the gas money and the vehicle to go pick this motherfucker up, just don't. Just don't. If he can't do it, ain't got a job, ain't even trying to come see you, girl. You got to put yourself up on a pedestal a little bit, baby. Okay, why aren't we playing now? Hold on a minute. We're at 40:22. Let me try to refresh this. Hold on. Just a minute. Oh, it might help if I actually pull up the YouTube before I try to share it. Okay, we got it. Nope. That's not what we're watching.
We'll get you. Do you have gas money? And then I said, no, I don't even got gas money.
Michelle says that?
Yeah, I said, I don't got gas money. So then I was like, she messaged me. She goes, well, my friend's going to lend me money.
No stepping stone. Exactly. No self-esteem.
All right. So,
yep.
And then that day, I was at my brother's, and me and Tasha had Joe.
Okay.
And me and Tasha ended up being together again. And
oh, these are prison.
I ended up leaving with Michelle that night.
Do you remember what day that?
He traded probably a couple packs of ramen and some squeezed cheese for them tattoos. They melt down styrofoam cups and do it that way, or ash from cigarettes that they smuggle in and smoke. Ruth Ann, good to see you. I'm done with church and back in my car for a few errands on my way home listening. Well, thank you for listening, sweetheart, and I appreciate you being here. I heard you and got scared of strong. He heard you and got scared of a strong woman. He's always been scared of a strong woman, for sure.
That would have been how long after you first have contact on this POF website do you actually meet her in person?
When she came and got me from my brothers.
Do you remember when that was? How long that was after you first had contact, where you finally meet in person?
Like I said, we could probably find that out through the messages when she says she'll come pick me up. That she got 5
Was
bucks.
it a day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks? Do you remember? I'm kind of trying to figure out how. Yeah. You first have contact on the website, and then you meet.
Yes.
Do you remember?
It wasn't.
I think I'm going to get on my phone.
days.
Like y'all with me to smoke while we listen.
So when you first met, tell me about that. When you first met in person.
When she came and picked me up when we went to her apartment, it was just her. She said her kids, that she had kids, and this is the first time she let me know she had kids and stuff like that, and that they were with their grandparents, and everything was she was nice, and she was mentioned
Yes,
about
please
her
drive safely.
baby's dad or something, and that she said he was abusive and he was mean to her, and she mentioned something about he's trying to get her for CIFD, and that they were fighting back and forth trying to call him.
So there's going to be two of
She
me.
said she called CIFD on him because he was dirty and he didn't.
So I'm going to take y'all with me to
to call on her for some.
While we listen.
She never explained the reason why she
Okay.
on her.
So she's explaining you with her. Did she say whose father?
She said it was that guy with the glasses that had the Grand Prix. She said he had a Grand Prix.
Okay.
And he would be at the bus stop too, and he did have a Grand Prix because I remember one time when we went to the bus stop to pick up the kids, he was there.
Which tell me the children's, was he Victoria or Matthew's
He was
father?
Matthew's father.
Okay. So she's having issues back and forth with Matthew's father.
Yeah, and she never let me know about Victoria's dad, and I never really asked.
So Michelle never really talked about Victoria's dad. Okay. So the first, if I understand this right, the first time you meet her in person, Michelle drives to your brother Joseph's house, picks you up, and what kind of car was she driving at that time?
Hers. The Buick.
They say a couple of different things. We went over it earlier.
You said she takes you back to
I can't
her
figure out
apartment,
what the
the same
chest one
apartment
says.
that occurred?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Oh, we were just talking, like I said, and she was just doing it, and then we ended up just
Be hush.
having intercourse, me and her.
The first night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we ended up like just liking each other, and she was just like, "Oh, I like you, you know what I mean, a lot, you know what I mean." And so I was like, you know.
Okay, so it starts to work out.
Yeah, so we took it things pretty quick, but I mean, I didn't see nothing. I didn't think nothing wrong with her. You know what I mean?
Tell me the apartment. What was it like?
He flopped at her house.
Remember how many bedrooms?
At first, yeah, three.
Okay. So where'd you guys have intercourse? The first night?
On her bedroom.
In her bedroom. Who's her?
Michelle's.
Okay. If we can, I'll have to ask every time.
That's fine.
Just if you can, just tell me what we had in Michelle's bedroom.
Yeah.
We had it. Hers, I'll have to ask if you say he
Who's
or
her? Yeah, you got.
I'll have to just ask you.
That's
so
right.
we can just so I'm clear. Okay. Tell me about the inside of the apartment.
Hey, Cracker.
Was it nice, clean, dirty, messy? Describe how you remember it the first time.
It's
you
fair.
Okay.
Not messy. Not too clean. Not too messy.
Okay. Was there anybody else there the first time you had sex with?
No,
Michelle.
it was just Michelle.
Okay. So her children were gone, like you
But her friend came with her to pick me up that night, and her name was Pauline.
Okay.
She had glasses. And that's who lent her the gas money.
Okay. Tell me about Pauline. Do you know where she lives or anything?
She lived in the same apartment complex.
Okay. So she was a neighbor of
Yeah.
Michelle's?
Yeah.
Okay.
A neighbor.
Do you know Pauline's last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. Did Pauline come in the apartment for any time period when you went over there?
That night?
First night?
No, she just introduced herself, and she goes, "All right, you guys have fun."
Hey, Miss Scorpio.
See you later.
Okay. And that's going to be, if you meet her on on Plenty of Fish in late July or early August, can you have any recollection of when this first sexual encounter would have taken place? You know what I'm asking?
Oh, what, me and Michelle?
Yes, the first encounter at her apartment.
Like the day?
If you can remember.
Like I said, the day we'll be able to find out was when through the messages when she says, "I'll pick you up. I got $5 from Pauline."
Okay.
That'll be that. That's the exact.
But you don't have an independent recollection of what day that would be?
No,
Or a time period?
It was in the night.
Okay. Okay. Was it night?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then walk me through after this first sexual encounter. Do you stay the whole night?
Yeah, and then she took me back to my brother's in the morning.
Okay.
She said she had to work at 1 because I think she had to work at 1.
Okay. At that time, were you living with your brother Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you're going back and forth
Yeah.
there? Okay. So tell me how it progresses. So
just everything was good, and I was staying with my brothers, and then me and Tasha tried to rekindle our relationship, but it just never ended. We never. So, and then I ended up seeing Michelle. So.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I met Alicia too. And
so you're kind of at this whole time period in August 2016, you're kind of with Alicia, Tasha, and you've started this relationship with Michelle.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Those are the 3 people that I only had
That's a
sex with.
juggle, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
truthful, but I mean, yeah, I was.
Okay, walk me through how it progresses with Michelle, and then walk me up and how you end up moving in with her. So walk me through that.
I told her, I wondered, I asked her, is it okay if, if I end up staying with you, and I'll help you out, I said, because she, you know what I mean? I wanted to help.
What does help you out mean?
Like, you know what I mean? Because she said she needed some extra, and I told her, and I'll help you, I'll get a job, I know stuff, you know what I mean? And I'll start.
Help with payments and stuff? Okay.
And it was a lot closer to my brother Stevie's. And see, this is the problem I was having working with him from living that far out. My brother Joe's and with Tasha, when we used to live right there on San Pedro too, was because he said if you can't get a ride to meet me, and you know what I mean, it's hard, you know what I mean. So
this is your brother Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
So are you working for your brother Steve at times?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was hard to even go work with him because it was, you know what I mean, it would conflict with his time and stuff and getting into the client's person to the house at that time. Because I didn't have a vehicle at the time.
So living at the apartment of Michelle's is much closer to, so it makes it more convenient.
Yep. Okay. So he could just, you know what I mean, pick me up, or Michelle could just drop me off. And so that's why I said, is it okay if I stay with you, and I'll help you?
So how long after the first sexual encounter you have with Michelle do you actually move into her apartment 808?
Let's see. I want to say in the middle of this week.
Okay, you're indicating the middle of the week of the 15th, or actually the 8th.
Yeah.
So about a week.
Maybe the 10th or 11th.
So about a week before you start meeting up with Jessica.
Yeah.
So you're only in the apartment for about a week before Jessica comes on the scene.
Yeah, a week maybe.
Okay. What do you move into when you move into apartment 808, Michelle's apartment? What do you move in with? What do you take with you?
So he's moving into her apartment, going to help her, support her without a fucking job? Okay. And they had relations the first night. Ladies, like it's been said several times, please don't be a stepping stone. Please don't. Just don't. If you find a man like this, if you have a man like this, get the fuck out of there quickly, before you get... Thank you so much, Ms. Scorpio Rising, for becoming a member again or renewing your membership. I greatly appreciate the support so very much. That really means the world to me. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You are amazing.
Amazing.
And I will grab the crazy train to pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, Ms. Scorpio. I'm always jamming out to that one. Yes, welcome back. Cracker Jacks, it's good to see you as well. I'm glad you are here. I don't think he ever worked. I think there was some talk of cutting catalytic converters off of cars at a car lot, because that's a great thing to fucking do. Like, yes, like Lorianne said, he's a piece of shit, leech, bad decision maker, but I don't think he hurt Victoria, and I don't either, right? But as we listen to this, I think we get more information. I mean, even the DA tells him, you got to stop lying in the second part of this, which should be out now. And I was going to tell you, I'll apologize about not coming live yesterday. It's taken literally like 10 hours to upload these onto YouTube. So I wanted to get these out so that you guys could hear them. Welcome back. Why Go Home Pearl Jam is one of my favorites, and it hits real close to my home, if you feel what I'm saying. Yep. Miss Scorpio, I do. It hits close to home too. Yeah, real fucking useful. I'm going to step to the restroom real quick.
Take my clothes, that's it.
Okay. No furniture, no anything like that? Okay.
No.
Do you have a vehicle at that time?
No, I didn't.
Okay. How are you getting around?
I would get rides from my brother, or Michelle would come get me, or Alicia would come and help me out and give me rides. And like I said, I was juggling. I didn't know if I wanted to still even try to work out with Tasha, or I didn't know if I wanted to be with Alicia. And then I met Michelle, and I thought she was a good person. I still think. And so I was like, this could work. Even if me and Michelle don't work out, like, you know what I mean, becoming in love or whatever like that. She seems like a good person. You know what I mean. Maybe we could just be friends until then, and she could, you know what I mean. I could stay with her, and
it's like a roommate.
Yeah. It
So
could
if the
become
romantic
that.
part doesn't work out,
If it doesn't, yeah, I said yeah.
you could just flow into,
Yeah,
hey, can I be your roommate? 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay.
And if not, I would have said, okay, that's cool. I'll go somewhere else.
Okay.
But then I wanted to, like, before this incident happened, I think a day or 2 days before, me and Alicia were talking, and I was like, told her, I think I just want to try to work it out with you, and we'll go back to my brothers. I told her. Okay. I think we had that conversation.
Okay. Do you eventually, when you move in, do you get a key to the apartment 808?
No.
Okay.
So no, I never even asked for a key. No.
Okay.
Oh, but
because it would have worked out after you've had relations with this woman for you to just be her roommate and date other people. I don't fucking think so. Abella's hid and turned the lights out. Cindy said, I don't think he's a prize catch, yet I don't think he was involved with killing her either. I agree right now. Right now I do. We'll find out more as we go through this. Yeah, he is. Didn't he say his car battery would get wet and wouldn't turn on? He just lied to everyone. Yep, he sure did. And thank you for pointing that out, Lorianne. He did. I'm assuming that his car, he had a car somewhere. So why isn't he driving that? Miss Scorpio said the dude has so many options in his pocket. He must have felt like he was the man. Oh, yeah, with his little fucking Star Wars wallet with the damn VIP strip club cards. Not one, but two. Yeah.
one time when Lisa dropped me off, she gave me the key to you too, so I could, you know what I mean, go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I
Michelle was like at work.
Either I would just stay there.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't leave.
So you never permanently had your own key to the
No, she never made me my own key. I never permanently had my own key, no.
Okay. All right. Let's move
If
on.
anything, like she would leave me the car and there would be a key on her keychain. So that's
okay. Were there times that you would drive her to work and then keep the car for the day?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you drop her off.
And one of those days is when he goes to his baby mama's house and gets in the fight and gets punched in the fucking eye by his baby mama. Lori, we did look up the tattoos. I think this is Barrio or something. I could be wrong. It could be gang related. He's got Gonzalez on his upper back above this cross, and they all look very much like prison tattoos. He's got an F on one arm on his bicep, and on the other bicep of the other arm, there's a G, which is Fabian Gonzalez. And on his hands, it says love on one hand, hate on the other, and there's two sparrows. We haven't found anything that says it's specifically gang related, but with the old English writing and things like that, I think they are, is what we found out so far through this live stream about the tattoos. Yeah, could he see over the steering wheel? He needed a booster seat for sure. Hannah said this video is available without commentary. If anyone's interested, please leave a like and comment on the video if you watch. Thank you so much for that, Hannah. That was so very sweet and amazing of you. And a great mod action. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, I've got his car. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Was that pretty common, the time period you were together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How often would Michelle work?
She would work, good say, 5 days a week. She get 2 days off, and I don't mean, but when she would have her days off, it would be back to back.
Okay.
Like,
so she had.
Yeah. So say like she would be off on the 8th or 9th, you know, and then.
Okay. So she'd work 5 days, have 2 days off. A normal work.
Before we get into this, because I want to talk about this picture. This is Fabian's car. It's a little Matchbox car that says Surf Shop. And I did get a photo of Fabian. I actually have him here with us. This is Fabian. Here we go. Fabian with the little inchworm on his back. It's actually a lighter, but it doesn't work. It was my dad's. You push in the worm and there he is. This is Fabian Gonzalez, babe. That's what I'm going to call this. Fabian Gonzalez. This little frog. Right. So let's talk about the blood on his shorts. I'm curious as to how this blood got on the back of his shorts. It doesn't look like it's dropped. It could be from Michelle's face where she was bleeding and he got it somehow on the back of his shorts, but it's kind of weird for me. Unless he wiped his hands on the back of his shorts. I don't know. I found that interesting that there was blood on the back of his shorts like that. The front I could see more, but I don't know where the blood from the back came from. Be interesting to know if any of that blood was Victoria's. Abella says hi to you.
Hello. Schedule?
Yep.
How many hours does she normally work a day?
From 1 to 9, I think that's 8 hours.
Okay. So she'd work a full 8-hour shift. Was it usually 1 to 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually.
Okay. So time we were with her usually 1 to 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I would borrow the car, I would pick her up at 9, and then I would drop her off at 1.
Okay.
When I did use the car.
What would you do when she's at work from 1 to 9 while you're living at the apartment? What would you normally do?
Yeah, he probably would forget his name because, I mean, he's got Gonzalez and then the F and the G. Yeah, he did it so he wouldn't forget the name. Miss Scorpio said, thank you, Mr. Speculating, for falling in love with Miss Speculating and making her Miss Speculating. That's so sweet. Thank you.
It was easy.
Oh. Thank you so much, Miss Scorpio. That was such a sweet thing to say. That really made my day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cracker Jack said there must have been blood everywhere in the apartment, and there was. And I've got a couple of questions when we get to the second half of this interview is where I put all of those photos, and there's blood in some spaces that make me question a few things, you know?
Like I said,
it's okay, Miss
I barely even, it's not like I was doing that for a long time. It was like, I think only a week.
Okay.
I was borrowing the car, but I would go to my Uncle David's, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then just go back to the apartment.
Okay. Let's move on to Victoria, Michelle's daughter.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me how you first met Victoria?
Okay, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't muted. So you can tell that this is a prison tattoo because of how the ink is not uniform throughout. When they do prison tattoos, it's usually ashes or burnt styrofoam cups is sometimes what they'll use. And the lines aren't exactly straight here. This line doesn't meet up with this line on the other side of this crown of thorns or whatever it is. It almost looks Celtic to me, but I think it's probably gang affiliated, if I'm being honest. I can look up what it means. There's a 5-point star, so I'm sure that's going to give me information on that. It's interesting. Definitely a jailhouse tattoo, and I think that's probably when he got the Gonzalez above it. Probably took him about $30 or $40 worth of canteen to get somebody to do this to him.
Victoria, okay, the first night I went over there, she dropped me off in the morning, and then she said something to, she's like, I wanted my kids to meet you too. You seem nice and this and that.
Just Michelle's telling
Yeah, she told me something to that nature. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I ended up not showing up one time. I was at my brother's and I ended up going. So she was like, oh, well, me and my daughter and my kids were here waiting to meet you and stuff. And I never showed up. So, but then I think another day I showed up and her kids were there. They were nice. They were cool kids. They were really neat kids.
So you met both the children at the same time, Matthew and Victoria?
Yeah. And
did you meet them at the apartment?
Yeah, the apartment.
Okay. Tell me walk me through how'd that go?
Good. I mean, the only problem they had was just like, typical kids. They nitpick at each other,
So just brother and sister
Brother and sister stuff, yeah.
Okay.
And she would just get mad and Matthew and be like, don't hit your sister, this and that, like just bugging you. I mean, sometimes it'd be Victoria actually bugging him and it'd be back and forth. I mean, kids do.
Normal siblings
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. How long after you, or let me ask you, do you meet the children before or after you move into the apartment? Apartment 808, I mean.
I meet them before I asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know them.
Yeah.
How long after the first time you have?
This is important in determining what exactly Michelle Martins was doing, because she references using like people needing her to basically get up with her children in the original interview. So I think that's what that has to do with. There are some Celtic stuff, and it says that it could be gang related, but the most gang related stuff I know is like the cobweb, the teardrop. It says 5-point crown is the symbol of the MS-13, but that's going to be like a crown on top of your head. That's the cobweb. That one's real notorious. The teardrop. Look at that picture. That's fucking funny. I'll go through these and see what I can find out about the prison tattoos. Yeah, there's not enough emojis for what I want to say either. Celtic, yes. Thank you, Celtic. I'm actually Celtic.
Sexual relationships with Michelle. How long after that do you meet her children?
I think 2 days.
Okay, pretty quick afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Tell me what.
The 3 dots did show up, which is above his chest tattoo. So he's in some kind of, he's affiliated somehow.
What would you and Michelle, well, this short period of time you're together, what would you guys normally do when she's off? What were the things, what would you normally do?
We just stay at the house and just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Watch TV, and then sometimes I would go introduce her to my dad or my uncles. Like I was barely just getting to know her and her family, and I was trying to introduce her to as much family as I can, you know what I mean? So, because we felt comfortable with each other. So I invited her to take me to meet my dad, then to meet my Uncle David, and then she was trying to see when she could set up for me to meet her mom and her dad. But I don't know why she never wanted. I was like, I even asked her, I was like, how's my back? She goes, oh, because I don't want to talk about you right now yet. And I was like, well, why not? I mean, that's fine. I mean, I understand. She goes, but you will, and eventually you will.
Okay. Okay. So you never met her parents?
No.
Okay. Okay. What would you guys normally do? Was there any drug use at that time?
Mm-mm.
How about you? Were you on any drugs at that time?
No, just smoke weed.
Just smoking weed. That's a
I
drug.
doubt that.
And drink alcohol.
Okay, drink alcohol. How about Michelle? Would she normally drink alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay. What was her favorite? What she
Cornholio!
She would just drink her wine.
Just wine?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you? What would you like to drink back then?
Bud Light or vodka.
Okay. Okay. And did you ever see her use any drugs the initial
Hey,
when you
look.
first started dating her and moving in?
No.
Okay. Didn't see any drugs. Any drug paraphernalia around the apartment?
Oh, look, a squirrel said, hey, y'all, did y'all hear him just say permitted her to take me to meet my dad? I did not catch that, and I'm glad you did catch that and point that out. Thank you for that. So, yeah, permitted her to take me to meet my dad. Again, showing the control. You are allowing her to take you in her vehicle on her gas money to meet your dad when y'all are supposed to be in a relationship. And you're getting upset about her not taking you to meet her parents when y'all have had relations on the first night. You're using her car to go see your baby mama at a barbecue, calling her scandal and getting punched in the eye. Don't know anything about her children. Don't know if they go to school. Having, I think I said, but having relations the first night, and you're going to possibly stay with her if y'all fall in love with each other. But if not, you're going to see other girls and be a roommate. Like, the whole fucking situation is just the definition of methed out. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's smoking the wrong kind of weed. It's not fucking green. That's for damn sure.
Nothing like that? Okay. How much would she drink to excess at that time, or is she just a social drinker? You know the difference?
Sir, Fabian does not know the difference in drinking in excess or being a social drinker at all. Absolutely not. His drinks of choice are straight vodka or Bud Light. No, this man does not know the difference in drinking in excess and social drinking. This looks like a thumbprint or where blood got wiped on him somehow. Probably from Michelle's face.
Would she get totally
she was
drunk?
Kind of. There was only
smoking oregano.
Like I said, there was only like 2 times where she drank with me.
Okay.
And like one was that time before this had happened, and then another time.
Okay. So really, there's not much drinking going on, and she's not using drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are only using, at that point, you're only using marijuana. Where are you getting all your marijuana?
Yep.
Huh?
Where do you get your marijuana at that point?
I got it from my brother's TV.
Okay. Good for his medical marijuana?
Yeah.
Are you buying it anywhere else? From anybody else?
No, I got some from what was it? One of my Uncle David's friends.
Okay.
That came. I think I've only met him a couple times, but yeah, he gave me a little bud.
Okay. Okay. But mostly from your brother Steve.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So remember, when they talk about the day that Victoria died, they talk about him going to his brother or family's house, his uncle or his brother, right? And they get weed and they're drinking. But then they go back and they supposedly get weed again, but he walks up to the corner house and then comes back. He does this by himself. Y'all, that man went and got some weed, that little boy there, Fabian, went and got some weed, and then he went and got something else from the other corner house, and we can all guess what that more than likely was. I think it was meth. People like this have no idea how much they use people. It comes naturally to them. There's many like it in this world, unfortunately. That is 100% facts.
Boom, 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 bam.
And it's hard for me, like I was talking about in the other live, because I can see this shit, right? Like I've been in, I lived in fucking Gate City, in Henderson. But anyway, I see this shit. I've seen this shit, so it hurts me because I know that they're using people, and I hate to see it because not everybody picks up on that stuff, right? Miss Scorpio said, this case confuses the F out of me. I feel like we've heard so much from everybody and learned really so little about what really actually happened to Victoria. It drives me crazy. Right. And that's why it's so important for me to go through these. And you hear in the second part of the interview how they get on him for lying. So what is the truth? Like, these are making me question his involvement even more. You know what I mean? Math. I wasn't taught that in school. It's definitely a very different kind of math. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
But that was just
oh my God.
That day, he gave me a little.
We'll get to that here in a second. But okay.
Right.
Okay. With Victoria or with Matthew, did you ever babysit them alone before this incident happened? So every time you're around them, Michelle was with you?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you did with Victoria.
I really didn't do nothing. I mean, she would do her own thing. You know what I mean? Okay. She would be in her room. She'd watch her TV.
Okay, that was her normal.
Yeah, and just do her homework. Her mom would make sure she'd do her homework.
Okay.
And but she was, like I said, the kids weren't there all the time. Like I said, I only met them like maybe 4 times in at the house like that, you know what I mean? Because they would be with the grandparents, and when Michelle's days off, that's when the kids would come. But sometimes the grandparents would keep them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like they're in and out of the apartment. They kind of do their own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
basically, they had more. I think the kids had more of a life with the grandparents. I think instead of Michelle. I think.
How about Matthew?
So I do appreciate the fact that they were with her grandma more, but that kind of makes the case even worse, right? Because we know that Michelle Martins allegedly had custody of the children. And I've always said that she should have never been given custody. But to hear they stayed with their grandparents more is good. But then you think about the fact that this happened, like if Michelle wasn't there very much, I mean, if Victoria wasn't there very much, and this happened just when she happened to be there once, that makes it even worse. This horrific thing happens even though the child is not there all the time. Yes, Fabian is still in prison. He got 37.5 years. I don't think he's being released anytime soon.
Same kind of thing?
Same thing.
Kind of did his own thing?
Yeah. Well, I think Victoria went with the grandparents, and I think Matthew went with the dad.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
I have a little bit of a body cam with the dad, and I have an interview with the dad we can get out to at some point.
And then when he'd come back, that's when they would fight, because she said he goes to his dad's and she comes back from grandma's acting up, and he comes back from her dad's acting up, and they just cut and she goes, so.
Okay. Did Michelle ever talk about any type of abuse of either the children? Either physical or sexual abuse being committed by anybody? Did she ever talk about anything like that with you?
No, she just said she'd get mad at Matthew because he used the restroom and he wouldn't tell her.
So Matthew was having some potty training issues. He was sentenced on August 2nd of 2022, so I don't think he's getting out anytime fucking soon, even with good behavior. Misha.
Instead of just saying, Mom, I need you, or go to the restroom on his own, because he was old enough to go to the restroom.
Okay.
And I mean, I didn't judge the kid. I didn't judge her. I stayed out of that. Like I said, I barely met them. You know what I mean?
Okay. So she never.
Oh, of course you stayed out of it. Of course you did, because no, we're not going to help. We're not going to try to figure out a way to help her with her children at all. That's not what you're there for. You're there to dive fucking head first into the twat and fucking lay there and lounge and leech off of the family. Kind of like Stephen Stearns.
Told you, hey, with this past
Hey, Carol.
your father relationship, there was issues going on. Nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
She just said that her and the baby's dad would fight. She didn't say nothing about the dad was being mean to the kids or Victoria, the grandparents were being mean to her or nothing like that.
She didn't mention anything about any sexual abuse of either Victoria or Matthew.
I would have addressed that.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the timeline. Do you want to take a few minutes or you want to just roll right into the timeline now? Take a break, get a drink of water. Okay, we're gonna take a break. It's about 9:42 a.m. Let's go ahead and take a break now. Okay. Okay, again, it is Monday the 23rd of October, 2017. The time now is 9:46 in the morning. It's the same people in the room as when we pause for a bit, allow Fabian to
Misha meows in
take a break.
Massachusetts.
Fabian, we're going to move into what I'm going to do is we're going to work on what I'm going to call a timeline. So we're going to start on Friday the 19th. Okay. We're just going to kind of work through each day and kind of talk to you. I'm sure you know from all the discovery in this case that we've pulled phone records, Facebook posting, other things like that.
I think right here is about where I left
that
off.
I'm sure your attorneys looked at as much as we have. So we're going to use those to help you refresh your memory on it. And tell me if this helps. That's why I have the calendar out here. That's why we're kind of talking about things to try and give something to trigger your memory. Okay. So we can work through that. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So we're going to talk on Friday.
But for us, a lot of us couldn't imagine doing multiple things that he's discussed doing in this interview. She growls. She said, I've had enough. I'm not your normal average feline.
Friday the 19th of August last year, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've moved into apartment 808.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's walk through that day. Do you remember on the 19th, that Friday?
This is getting ready for the trial. Miss Scorpio.
19th. Does Michelle work that day?
Let me check.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And her regular schedule, you told me, is from 1 in the afternoon until 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
Do you think that was the day she worked, or that was the hour she worked that day?
Yeah, I think that was her typical schedule.
Okay. So tell me about that day. Just walk me through that day. Do you get up? Try to remember when you got up. Are the kids there? Are you there by yourself? Just kind of walk me through what you remember about Friday the 19th.
So this is the Castigar letter, and they basically said, if you'll tell us everything that happened, then we won't charge you with the murder. He won't have a murder charge and sexual abuse charge and things like that. It would just be the reckless endangerment, which he does go to jail. I mean, he does go to court for and is tried with. So this is going to be before that. I think the charge of reckless child endangerment was made because of this interview.
Yeah.
Okay, Anna, thank you for being here, love. I hope you have a good one.
That was the football game, right?
That's the football game.
In the morning of 2. Okay.
That's what happened.
So if you told me correctly, Jessica she's at the 19th, she's already there, correct? And her kids are there.
Yeah.
Or do they come later on after the football game?
They come after the football game.
Okay. How about Jessica? Is she there that morning when you get up that morning before you take Michelle to work?
Yeah.
Okay. So she stayed the night of the 18th and the 19th.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens that morning? Where is Jessica sleeping that morning?
She slept in the living room.
In the living room. Okay. Does that mean that Matthew would have been in his room then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Matthew's there that day. Okay. Do you remember how the kids... Do you remember them going to school that day?
Yeah, because I remember Michelle, I think she went and took them to the bus stop.
Okay, where was the bus stop?
I hope to God that she didn't abuse Matthew like she did Victoria. Like, keep in mind that she had been there for 5 days, and Jessica Kelly talks about laying in the bed with Victoria and putting Victoria to sleep. This bitch has been in your house for 5 days, and you got her putting your child to sleep. There's so much wrong about this story and the whole situation.
In relation to the apartment 808.
There's the first entrance and there's the second entrance more up. And that's where the bus picked him up and dropped him off.
Let me show you. This is a diagram of the Arroyo Villa's apartment. And I can show you. Let me walk through this. Let me step around here. Here's the office area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is building 8. Okay. Does that make sense?
Y'all, I don't have much longer to hang out with you guys. I haven't listened to the second one. I'm going to play the first couple of minutes of the second one just to see if we get new information. I think that's where they actually get to the day of it, and there's more pictures in here. I'm going to skip it ahead about a minute.
Into the 23rd. Okay, so let's talk about.
Okay, I didn't notice that this was Victoria's medicine. It's laid out, and there's an importer's vodka back here. I'm going to try to type that in and see what that's used for. Let me write it down. It's ONDANSETRONE. I want to know what that's used for. Having that prisoner get your kid off the bus. What the fuck? Right. I've seen chickens with thicker legs too. I want some of them.
On the 20th, let's go back to the 22nd. I want to talk about some, you know that we've got cell records and things like that, cell tower hits, who you were calling and things like that.
Yes, exactly, the location and everything else.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some stuff on the 22nd and then we'll move to the 23rd. Okay, so.
It says ondansetron is prescribed to prevent nausea and vomiting caused by chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and surgery. Ondansetron is an antiemetic medication that works by blocking serotonin receptors in the gut and brain, which are responsible for triggering nausea and vomiting. It's commonly prescribed for chemotherapy-induced vomiting and nausea. It helps patients undergoing cancer treatment avoid nausea and vomiting caused by chemotherapy drugs. Radiation therapy-induced nausea and vomiting reduces nausea in patients receiving radiation treatment, particularly when the abdomen or pelvis is involved. And post-operative nausea and vomiting prevents nausea and vomiting after surgical procedures, especially those involving anesthesia. It's available including tablets with additional doses. Why the fuck was Victoria Martins given this medication? She wasn't on chemotherapy or anything like that. You gave it to children regularly. Okay, so is it normal then? It's ondansetron for nausea. Yep. Heartburn meds. Ondansetron. I'm still saying it wrong. Ondansetron. This is Victoria's. In the very beginning, we saw it. Hold on. See? Victoria Martins. Ondansetron. Dissolve 1 tablet by mouth as needed every 6 hours for nausea. Which is interesting. I'm feeling kind of nauseous right now. You take it. Okay. It's the go-to for nausea. Okay. I wonder what was making her so nauseous. Okay, so it's normal for nausea. Okay. Wonder why she was nauseous.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some stuff on the 22nd and then we'll move to the 23rd. Okay. So.
In hospitals it is, but I don't know. Okay. Okay. Thank you, that. Tom said they gave it to me when I had chemo. I quit taking it because of the side effects. I'm sorry.
On the 22nd.
Thank you guys for
this. At about 12:15 p.m. You have an incoming call from Jessica. And the cell tower.
Now look at this. That's light. That's lit up because there's blood. The blood is being rinsed off in the sink. Remember the organs. It's generic Zofran. Okay. Yeah, she was nauseous looking at the adults around her. No fucking doubt. You see how lit up this is with the blue star? That's insane. My God.
Where you hit is at 7120 Wyoming North, which is way north.
And that's 12:15 in the afternoon, right?
In the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. If I remember correctly, is that you've already picked up Jessica from Martine's house, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And where would you be going if you're heading way north?
I don't know who these are.
After you pick up Jessica, you and Michelle pick up Jessica at Martine's house, where do you go?
Let's see.
To the
This one is a white capsule, side 1 ZA10, side 2 20 milligrams. It's white capsule. We're going to look that up. Excuse me, I apologize. I don't know what this one is, but it looks older.
Department? Did I remember correctly, you stopped at Sandia Casino? When did you stop at Sandia Casino and drop somebody off?
That was before the kids had even stayed the night, remember?
Okay. So you would have gone, tell me the route, if you can remember, how you would have driven from Martine's house up on East Central and Eubank as you described. How would you have gone back to the apartment on Irving, 808?
After I picked up Jessica?
Yes.
You and Michelle?
You and Michelle.
So that medication is omeprazole, delayed release 20 milligrams, which is used for treating conditions such as Barrett's esophagus, duodenal ulcer, erosive esophagus, GERD, and indigestion. That belongs to the class of proton pump inhibitors. So I think that would be for probably Victoria as well, for the acid and indigestion and stuff like that. Zofran Badu, where's my car? I know cysteine is used in syringe drivers for end-of-life medication. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better now, Tom. Thank God. Thank God. Generic Prilosec. Okay. Prolazol is over the counter as well. Generic Prilosec. Okay. Okay.
I think I drove back the way I came.
Okay, which way was that? Do you remember?
I got off on Eubank, and then I think I got back on the freeway at Wyoming. I think I went down Central.
P or F CLIZINE. Let's see what that is.
And got back on the freeway at Wyoming, I think.
Okay. Okay. There's some times when Michelle would go to work at Smith's.
Yes.
Would you ever have telephone contact with her, whether text or voice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that wouldn't be uncommon?
No.
Okay. On that same day, the 22nd.
This is another medication for preventing nausea, vomiting, and dizziness, maintaining vertigo. It works as an antihistamine, blocking signals to the brain that causes those symptoms, is what that one was.
In the afternoon, you call somebody at Nelson's Meats on Coors.
I love Kendrick Lamar.
Who's that?
Coors and Nelson's Meat. At what time?
One call is at 3:48 p.m.
I haven't.
The 22nd, and one is at 4:26 p.m.
That's awesome, Tom.
You call somebody. You call Nelson's Meats. It's over on South Coors. I think it's like 660.
And it's right by the subway, by the funeral home too.
Do you know who you'd be calling it?
Oh wow, Tom, that's awesome.
I called Nelson's Meat Store.
Yeah, you must be close.
Okay, think about that. We'll come back to it.
Okay, well.
Why are you calling Nelson's Meat Store twice? Now we've got the couple's KY jelly in here with a toothbrush, some allergy meds, some old receipts, some earbuds, a busted phone, a bunch of envelopes. And there's a whole box of KY jelly. Why do we need a whole fucking box like off of the truck that you're going to stock on a shelf in a fucking store that's full of KY jelly? Can somebody please explain that to me?
Who is Sedmo? SEDMO.
Oh, that's my friend.
I do.
Who is that?
That's
I need to listen to all of his albums.
One of my brother's friends, childhood friends.
Is what a childhood friend? Do you know his full name?
No, I don't.
Okay. That is a lot of information. I mean, a lot of medication.
Why were you calling Sedmo?
Oh, why was I calling Sedmo?
Mm-hmm.
So that's his number then.
Yes.
Now
No.
that, okay, I think in,
No, this is different from Nelson's Meats calls. So at 4:47 p.m. on Monday the 22nd, you called Sedmo. That's what's in your cell contacts. And you said, which brother's childhood friend?
my brother Stevie and Joe's.
Do you remember why you called the Sedmo?
Look at that. We're probably going to end it here for the day because I don't want to bounce around. I just wanted to kind of get a feel of where this one started at. But this is a whole fucking box of KY jelly. And it's like all the KY jelly, yours and mine. What the fuck was going on here? I mean, it appears somebody's real motherfucking dry. I mean, I don't think I would be very moisturized. I don't think, yeah. Fabian, nope. I would definitely need about a whole box too if I had to do that. But regardless, she evidently liked him. So why do we got all the? How many people are you fucking? How much are you fucking? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, like, isn't that a lot? We got, oh, fuck just buying it off the shelf. I got to get the whole box that's supposed to be put on the shelf from the fucking store, from the truck. They could, I was thinking that, like, did they steal it off a truck and were trying to sell it? But of all the fucking things, why is it KY jelly? What the fuck? Yeah, they be needing buckets of it. Isn't it? And like, part of the apartment's real fucking clean, but the other part is not. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Was she on the game? I don't know, man. Like, do you see? I'm kind of questioning shit. Why the fuck do you need all this KY jelly, Michelle? Like, now I'm kind of leaning back towards what the fuck did you really have going on there, girl? To be damn sure it wasn't just for her. And if it was, why is she fucking that much? Holy shit. In the morning, y'all. He was very optimistic. Definitely optimistic. Wasn't another win. Yeah, that's a lot of KY jelly. Hey, I got a KY Connect. Said no one except Diddy. That is fact. That is definitely facts. For real. His tick now. KY. Instead of KY. That baby, y'all. I know. And then there's a camcorder and then a fucking like USB thing under the fucking seat. But to be fair, there was like DVDs or something that said like Christmas, Easter, Matthew. So I'm hoping that the camcorder under the fucking car was for that, like going to family events or something. But I don't know, man. We got to go back and get the highlights and remember her original interrogation and the crazy ass shit she said. Exactly, Miss Scorpio. And they said that she falsely confessed, right? That she was saying that because she thought that's what the cops wanted to hear. But then you see shit like this and it's like, I mean, I'm questioning things. Remember, Victoria did have HPV that had been untreated. And I think that's why it's important we listen to this conversation and we listen to the parts where they talk about, you know, you're still lying. So I'm going to end it here for today. We'll come back tomorrow and listen to this. I'm going to get some requests sent in about Paisley Brown and Genesis Reed and see what we can get on that information too. I'm going to also continue to go through this and see if there's some more things I can get put out for you guys. Remember, if you are a member, you will get to see the videos 12 hours early. I've also got I'm definitely going to be going through more changes in the channel as far as like, I want to learn how to use OBS. I'm going to be watching videos on that. I will put links up for like Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, if y'all are interested in that kind of stuff. I've just got to work on that. I already had some available for fundraisers we were doing and things. And I appreciate y'all being so supportive. I appreciate you guys being here with me every day too. I know these topics are hard to discuss and not as popular as some other things going on right now. So it really, really means the world to me that y'all hang out with me every day as we talk about these cases. I know that there's probably other things you could be watching right now, and you're here with me, and that really, from the bottom of my heart, with every fiber of my being, means the world to me. I very much enjoy our time together that we get, and thank you for that. I love y'all so much. I know it's nice to be back. Remember the unknown male DNA, right? Exactly, Miss Cindy. Michelle said she did sexually assault her daughter and her son with other people in different times, but was like she was making up a weird story. I don't know. It's so confusing. And that's the thing about this case, Miss Scorpio. It is very confusing. What is real and what's not? Trying to figure that out. I love you bunches too. I love you all very much. And with that, we will go for the day. I will play the original outro because the Maddie's birthday video was from the original. So I'll just have to edit these parts out in the end. So I'm going to close out with that intro for you guys today. I love you all very, very much. And thank you for spending your Sunday with me for about 3 hours, 3 hours and 12 minutes to be specific. Test his brother for that DNA. They need to. Ruth Ann, you still at the store? Yeah, I'm glad you could join us for a while too. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time yet, but I will make a post to let you guys know what time tomorrow. All right, until then, stay safe out there. Know that you are enough, you are important, you are special, and you are very much loved. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.